Hello and welcome to Roll4It. We're going to be playing some Cheese Crust Dungeon World hack where everyone plays lovely little mice who are adorable and then apparently murder everything I throw at them, considering what's happened recently. So...
I don't remember any of that.
Yeah, me neither.
Lies and fabrications, totally.
Rix's life is a dream, by the way, so I don't know what you're talking about.
We're all gonna wake up like lost at the end. I had a dream that I was
It's because
dead.
you had like a large amount of cheese before going to bed and it caused weird nightmares. There we go.
Yeah, this whole thing is weird nightmares.
You know, E says that, and I've eaten cheese before I've gone to bed 1,000,000 times, and I have never gotten weird dreams.
Okay, but cheese for a mouse is more like eating an entire like French.
It's a spiritual
No,
thing.
he's
for
not
mice.
talking about for mice. He's saying for people that happens. Because I was eating cheese one night, and he was telling me that I was going to have weird dreams, and I was like,
No, I
what?
wasn't. I was saying that's a lie, that doesn't happen.
Maybe if you have like blue cheese that's gone a little off.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
It's already.
I
blue
think I was
cheese
just getting
is already-
salmonella and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Salmonella before bedtime will definitely give you nightmares.
Yeah, but those are like the nightmares that you go to sleep to, right? Like you're not waking up from that. That's like life. Like
My life is a nightmare.
I just ate blue cheese, but it was actually blue.
I mean, I'm not. There's nothing wrong with blue things, you guys. I don't know why.
Oh, no,
Also,
no.
blue cheese
Understand
is
for
blue.
this
It has
one.
like blue veinies in it.
That's mold.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Like,
both.
In a good way.
Well,
It's-
kind of.
That's how
It's
you make
delicious
cheese.
Mhm.
Yeah. And yogurt.
Mm-hmm,
This has been a PSA on cheese.
Hey, it's
Sponsored
allowed.
by
to the
Dairy
stream.
Co. Right,
And
so...
the cheese board.
Where
I
is
was in the
Announcements.
hotel room next to me,
Yeah,
just made
IRL.
like this weirdest noise.
Oh right, I am legally required to call it Adam Kobol's multi-award-winning tabletop role-playing game Dungeon World with runs. I signed a contract.
Okay, so... announcements for today. Maggie is in a hotel room because she's at St. Jude's. So, if she's...
It's
Saint
Jude.
Jude.
There's no S.
There's no
Okay.
S.
They're
It's not
very
owned by
particular.
the Saint. It's owned by the children. So the St. Jude Children's
Oh.
Hospital, Research Hospital.
I just thought like a bunch of
I thought it
Jews
was
that
owned
were
by some
happened to-
guy called Jude. Yeah.
Yeah, like a bunch of them though.
No. Oh my God.
Like,
no.
everyone
Like
on the board is called
multiple
Jude.
Jude.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
And they made a
this is-
hospital.
Requirement.
Maggie is like super stressed out about it.
He's like,
She's
look,
like, no, how
Because
dare I
every
do
time
this?
someone says St. Jude's, I hear Zachary Winton like yelling into my ear.
No,
No,
I did it.
it's St. Jude.
He's
So-
very particular about that.
You do know I pronounce everyone's name wrong, right? That's like my thing. And you've just told me that really bugs you. So I hope you had a
It
good
doesn't
time
bug
at St.
me so
Jude's.
much. It bugs Zachary a lot because it's.
Okay.
I feel
Why
like for
can't it be
cancer kids,
that?
please, EE, at least for cancer kids, say the right name. I'm gonna guilt trip you.
oh.
You know what's better than cancer kids though?
Sleeping Chihuahuas. You hear first.
I'm sorry, I was looking.
I
for
thought she was
a-
about to. That was a song from Thumbelina. I was like,
Is
what?
there
I
any
was-
reason? By
I
the
was
way,
looking for
Oh,
any
that's
it has
reason
merch.
to show. Like there was, I had to find a transition. I didn't do a really good job.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if that's the right transition you want.
It's fine. I love my
Okay,
job.
so announcements.
The mug is really cute, though.
It is a cute mug. And Thumbelina is a great movie too.
It is. We
Did
need to
you
watch it.
I did not watch it, no. But you know what? I did watch it.
What? How do you know it's a good movie if you never watched it?
Because of you. You told me about it. But I watched Black Panther. Yo, so everybody went to watch Infinity Wars. No spoilers. Do not spoil it in the chat, please. But I went to watch.
I went to watch it.
I was one of the 4 people in the theater that day.
Oh, weird. Because
I
everyone
haven't
had
seen Black
already
Panther
watched
or
Black-
Infinity War, so
Well, you have
It's
to go
good.
see Black Panther. It's real good.
It was a good movie.
It's a real good movie.
probably should.
And then you can see Infinity
But
War.
I don't have anyone to watch it with, so...
Dude, I didn't watch it with anybody.
I
except
go
for the
by
3
myself
people.
all the time. So
I
Yeah,
cannot
yeah.
do
That's
that.
not an
I
excuse.
think it's a
hold
British
up.
thing.
Movies
Yeah, it
are
might be a
one
British
of the
thing.
Most like solo experiences. Like you go into a dark room, you don't talk to anybody else, and you can't do that by yourself. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If you
Movies
see
can
someone by
100%
themselves with
go by themselves.
their ticket, go and give it to the clerk. Like everyone around in the cinema will look and go.
Yeah, no, they judge you.
It's a British thing for sure.
Yeah. Well, the American
Well,
thing.
you
is
need to
like-
be the change in the world that
Yeah, be the change in Britain.
I can't
that
believe you didn't
Yeah.
suggest a
I-
better
I-
solution,
I
which
don't
is
like
both me and
people,
Peachy need
okay.
to see films. We're both afraid of going alone. You could have just suggested we go together, but instead, you're trying to get social reform.
Hey, I think
We're
social
aiming up for
reform
the
is good.
stars.
Okay,
It is.
friendship or social reform? Which one do you want? You have both.
Pick one or the other. Nah. In this day and age, though, I feel like people go out together so that they can play on their phones alone, like with each other. You know, like you go out to a social gathering and
Oh, they
people
both
just like
sit on their
sit at a
phone,
table and they'll be on their phones the whole time. They don't like really interact with each other.
I don't. I keep my phone in my bag. I try really hard.
I was in London like a while back, and with like a load of friends, and we're in a bar in like a booth in the corner, and the table directly in front of us had like this guy and this lass who were obviously like on a Tinder date, like maybe it was a third date or something. Like they seemed comfortable enough around each other, but they didn't say a word for like, and we were counting like 40 minutes or something. They were both looking at their phones. One of them just on the table, just like swiping up and down, left and right, and doing something. The other one was like, duh, 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 duh. We were there going, this date's going great, isn't it?
On Twitter
How long
going,
do you think
"This date
until-"
is so good.
Yeah, they're like doing the like Instagram picture of their food and like not actually talking. They're like,
Yep.
oh my god, this date is great. Look at my food. Look at everything. Like take
Like-
a picture of your date, like being really cute. and
Yep.
Go back to your phones.
And the only likes on all of those pictures are like them.
Classic digital dating.
So weird.
Handshake
It is
yeah.
actually really weird. I think it's more weird for me seeing younger generations with phones and stuff like that, because it's like
Oh my god,
a
yeah.
10-year-old or an 8-year-old with a phone, with a tablet, with a laptop, and it's just like, I don't. It's got to be so different going to school now as a kid than when I went.
Say
Just
that,
because
but
of
when I was
just
that
because of
age,
social media, like there's
Yeah.
so many punks, and now they can just be like social punks, and it's like,
when I was that
Yeah.
age, I was sat in my room playing on my 8-bit micro, loading games on tape and stuff. So I get it. I get it.
Well, the thing for me is that it's like my sister didn't get a phone until she was 16, but then my youngest sister got hers at 12, and now like my cousins and my nieces are getting them at like my
6.
5-year-old niece has like a iPad touch.
oh yeah, that like
Yep.
yeah that.
and it's just like
Well, the most important thing is that these kids are not going to appreciate things like Math Blaster.
oh my
Playing
God,
Candy
John,
Crush
John,
and
John.
Math.
I'm more worried about like security for children, just because I'm like, oh man, my little sister's like 13, and she can like post photos on Instagram and Snapchat, and I'm always like, oh, there are
Yeah.
creepers out there. I don't know.
Are you
Back
are
in
you
my
tagging
day,
kids
oh,
with
during the war.
location? Please turn location tagging off, 13-year-old kid. Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
but it's super weird to just like see how all that shit is like evolving.
Mhm.
Like kids who don't even realize like books, you have to like turn the page because they've only ever used an iPad.
Yeah.
Wondering
Oh,
what the
actually, I've
animation
seen
is
a
as
little
you wipe them.
kid do that before, where like they handed him like just a magazine, and then he just kept like hitting it, and he was like very confused why it wasn't doing
You
anything.
try to like swipe
Yeah.
on the actual magazine.
Yeah, he was like trying to. I was like, oh, that's so weird. Yeah, it was really weird.
Like if you swipe properly, you can get the page to like change. You just gotta.
Yeah.
It's just really difficult. It's a bit sticky on the.
Someone's like, this is the pre-after show.
This is the
know.
before after show. Yeah. I mean, I was going to try and segue it back to the show, but it actually was quite an interesting discussion. And I was going to say at some point that we're really showing our age, because it's turned into a before show of all of us complaining about young'uns these days.
Yeah, someone said
So-
like,
I'm
they're
gonna
like, Maggie's
guess
complaining
that-
about kids now. I'm like, I'm not
Yeah.
complaining about kids.
No.
Whippersnappers. Go pilot!
I'm not complaining. I'm just concerned more.
I'm not
than
complaining.
anything.
I'm just a concerned citizen thinking that kids don't know how easy they have it.
No,
Back in
that's
my
not what I'm
day.
saying.
No,
I'm
who
concerned about
has it higher,
security for
kids?
kids, and
Yeah,
I'm
but you know
also
who has
concerned
it
about
higher?
people dating and being on social media instead of enjoying the company of their
I'm
dates.
enjoying
They're
y'all
fellow mice.
now,
The company
and
of their
that's
fellow
because of social media. No, but
Okay.
Tempo, like, how old are you?
How do you think I am?
You don't ask somebody that. No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
you do. I think you are 26.
You are so flip that 6 upside down, hon. Flip
29?
That.
Oh, so I'm the
No.
youngest. Ah, bummer.
Which is like, I'm the baby. She really just wanted you to be the
I
youngest
wanted
one.
you to be the youngest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Luge,
Got
have
him.
you got your security settings right? Because we're concerned for you.
We are.
I don't location tag anything. I promise.
Yeah, but the thing is, I like location tag everything.
She's an
Like,
adult.
I'm still.
It's different when you're a 10-year-old, you know what I mean? Like, or a 12-year-old.
I don't know.
That's
I'm
what
the
concerns
closest
me.
to 10 of all of us.
Yeah, I mean, I've met some very mature 10-year-olds and some very immature me. I've met me.
I still own a
Movies
selfie
have
stick.
videotapes.
Yes.
Movies didn't have menus.
We used to have to rewind our tapes before we could watch them, or even listen to music, or you recorded like something else on the other side of the tape so that you could like have.
You had
the
to
CD.
flip the tape to get the other
Yeah,
song.
you had to flip the tape to get the other side.
G-Shock was a
Do you
revolution.
remember Blockbuster, guys?
Anti-G-Shock.
Oh my
Block-
gosh! I think there are still blockbusters actually.
No, I think they're all gone.
Nah, they're dead.
No, the entire
I
franchise
saw-
dead.
I did a research paper on it in college. They're dead.
Okay, I saw one like a few years
Paper
ago.
on
So
Blockbuster.
They didn't manage to sell off like
It-
all of the stores, so I have seen the stores after they closed, but they're dead. Like no one is in them. They're walled off and stuff because they haven't managed to sell the land off.
no, I mean, a few years ago, there was one that was open in one of the towns that I
It's
lived in.
been years. It's been
But
yeah,
it's probably been like
Mags.
I know,
That's how it says
it's all
in
mashing together. So I
in
don't know.
Alaska. Yeah, something is dead when I do a paper on it. It says purple. If you have to do a paper on it, that shit is.
Wait, Tempo, are you a necromancer?
I mean, if you see Blockbuster start popping up all over the globe,
Corporate
then
necromancer.
that's-
I bring back
Dead
the dead
things?
corporations.
Oh
Yep.
God, please don't.
Circuit City.
That would
Somebody
be an
said.
interesting dragon.
Oh my God, Borders, bring back Borders.
It's the, it's the final boss of Cheese Quest. You
He's
realize
a
that Cheese
wolf.
Halotopia is actually just a blockbuster.
What
I
are
mean-
these things? Bubba's like, I can't eat it. He's like trying to eat the tape.
Rewound it.
This is the weirdest cheese I've ever seen.
So, welcome to Cheese Quest. I think this is a tabletop RPG show, but at some point it might just be a podcast talking about how the young'uns are having it so easy.
No one plays with sticks these days.
What is outside? I mean, that's very accurate.
Lightning bolt.
Yeah,
lightning
actually, I
bolt.
don't know what outside is. That's fine. So, right. Yes, things. Okay, so announcements today. We will have some announcements coming up in the next few weeks for a couple of shows, I think, or at least one new show that'll be coming next few weeks. So stay tuned for that. Today's supporter is Sim. Thank you very much, Sim. Thank you very much for supporting today's episode. Our legend supporter for today. Thank you very much. You're able to allow us to pay most of the costs for the cast and so on, because we do like to make sure that our cast can be paid so that they can pay for the food for their kittens, who then throw it back up.
So we can pay for Blooge merch.
All that.
Yep.
That works. That's probably
And
not going to get thrown up.
VHS rentals too, they get expensive, man, when you forget to rewind them because they charge you
Resurrecting
for that.
the gold cost for the spell to resurrect block cup cluster it's pretty
Yeah.
expensive. So
I mean, that's like, it's more than a 500 GPU diamond, that's for
yeah.
sure.
Mhm.
So yeah, if
I
you
thought
could,
it was 1,000 GP.
it depends on
No,
the
for Resurrect
spell.
it's 500.
Mm.
I know.
I haven't gotten to use one in forevers.
Nerds.
I thought the Revivify was 500. Or maybe Revivify's less. Because
that
True
Ruby
Resurrection's
Dust?
10,000.
I don't know.
Let me just go check.
Now we
Grim
must
Squeaker.
know.
Okay, I'm going to shill, and then we'll find out after the shilling. So, if you do want to support and allow us to resurrect all the things, you can support us over at patreon.com/Roll4It. That's Roll4It, ROLL4IT. You can support us there, and there's a load of different tiers and a load of different rewards and so on. So, for instance, there are rewards such as MP3s, then there's after shows, then there's player information, then there's behind-the-scenes GM stuff, including like GM polls to have like a poll about who people face as enemies or what we're going to do with a plot line or whatever, including like behind-the-scenes GM information. For instance, I believe the Layla Kelpie will be going out soon, or has just gone out, or will be going out soon, something like that. And a lot of
Okay,
stuff
you're
like that and
right.
so on.
You're right.
So it's at
It's
500 for
diamond
Revivify,
worth
1,000 for...
Resurrection.
I knew it was
10,000,
1,000.
Aw.
Because
Revivify
it's a
is
step up.
300.
Actually, I didn't know. I was
300,
like,
okay.
I just remember it being 1,000, but then I was like, maybe it is 500. I don't know.
No, you're right. Revivify is 300 actually.
There we go.
Oh, only
There's,
300.
there's another one that's 500.
Oh, is that Reincarnation? Or what's
Nah.
500? No, Reincarnation's the equivalent of Resurrection.
There's a bunch of spells that clerics have. We'll do that. On
Yeah,
the
but nobody
D&D.
plays
The
clerics.
second episode of the 14th level D&D show, we'll go back.
I've played a
go back to
cleric.
this.
Yeah.
I played a cleric multi-class.
You were multi-class like 4 different classes.
Yeah,
Only
he's
3.
crazy.
I was
You give him
tempted.
some levels, and he's just
He's
like,
like,
I'm
"Ooh,
multi-class everything.
Yep.
Anyway,
I
I'm
highly
sorry.
recommend
I
Barbarian.
I'm so tempted by Barbarian as my next.
So
It is
good.
such a cool. Because I was thinking, like, maybe next time I should create, like, a gladiator who's just like, are you not entertained? I inspire you. Here's a D8. Like, that would be a pretty cool multi-class. I'm just saying. Right, anyway, so welcome to Cheese Quest, which is not D&D, but Dungeon World. So, yeah, you can support us on the Patreon. You can also support us, if you so choose, on the Twitch, where you can subscribe, which gets you access to VODs before they go on YouTube, which, to be fair, is only like a 24-hour lag. So this will be up after Layla tomorrow. But you also get the emotes, and you do get access to a Discord, just like you do on the Patreon. Then, if you want to support us in a recurring monetary sense, you want to support us in a monetary one-off way, you get the choice of Twitch bits, which go into the book up down there, which explodes all over the dice log. And you also get access to tips. If you want to tip us, you can do so, and it also goes down there and then goes over the dice log. If you want to support us and you don't have any money, or you choose not to support in a monetary way, or you want to just extra support, convert people. Tell them about the show, tell them about the channel, get them to come along and say hi. We're not too scary, except when we tell people that their young people have their iPads and stuff, which, you know, they do.
Yeah,
so.
let's be real. We wish we had iPads when we were kids. Like, let's be real.
I wish I had an iPad now.
That's like I watched so much Star Trek. If I had an iPad, I would have been.
Oh my god.
Pretty much all I want is for Star Trek to come true.
All the car rides and bus rides.
If only we were doing a Star Trek show, we could have invited you to, Bluge. Woo.
Don't at me. Because you didn't at me, is what I'm saying. It's okay. We can fix this. This can be fixed.
So next episode of Cheese Quest, they go up to space, and it's mice.
Oh my gosh,
mice.
mice in space.
Oh my god. Okay, we need to do the shilling. Hurry, go.
Okay.
Yeah.
The rest of the shilling is just tell people, convert people, try and get them to watch the show in any way you want to. You can. Yeah. So do that. Right. Okay. Right. Let's get on with the show. Shilling all done. Where were we last time? Last time, you, as a bunch of mice, had met with Sycamore after having to leave your home on a quest to go find Cheese Halatopia, a dairy farm that produced a load of different cheeses, which was located away. You, using the map, decided that it was probably best to go over a river, through a woodland, and then over something you know as the Death Strip, where the large metal cats apparently frequent. At least that's what you've named them. So, upon going through some scrubland, through a river, trying to murder a mafia cartel, almost getting murdered by a mafia cartel.
Mafia.
Yep. Then you murdered a bird who was just interested in eating some worms, and that was quite an experience for the party. Which
we
your choice
murdered
of
a bird.
words. Hey, that bird had it coming.
One
okay?
person in particular murdered a bird.
You
I
know,
didn't murder a
outside
bird,
of
more like cook it.
All right, stop my shaming, guys. Come on.
everything is dangerous in the outside. Okay.
Especially Pecklink.
Pecklink is dangerous on the inside equally, probably more
Yep.
so.
Pecklink is the reason we're dangerous in the outside. Like,
So moving on from there, you then went into a forest. You found some interesting moss, proceeded to hotbox with the interesting moss, talked to a mole, got into an arm wrestling competition with a mole. I went looking for food, got attacked by an owl, let off a firework in front of the owl's face, causing it to fly away, hitting some apples, knocking the apples down, getting yourself a load of food. And as you were leaving the area with the food, you discovered a train of ants being led by a large black beetle with giant pincers, all carrying different bits and bobs. So with that, we're going to jump back to game time.
ooh.
Wait, what? We're going back in time?
So, in front of you, you see this train of ants, one by one by one, marching stoically and singing little songs. Not that you really understand ants,
The ants go
unfortunately.
marching one by one, hurrah!
I feel like that's
hurrah!
exactly
The
what I was
ants go
thinking.
marching one by one, hurrah! Hurrah!
That's what they're singing.
I was going to
now.
make you roll to translate it, but that's exactly what they are. Yeah. So I'm just going to cross that off my list of things because Maggie got there first. And yeah, no, at the front you can see the stag beetle, who you can hear occasionally saying things. You can understand the stag beetle because it's the size of one creature. The ants behind you can't understand because they're too small. Nonetheless, they're all carrying a whole different variety of things. And occasionally the stag beetle is shouting out phrases such as, "Get your wares here! If you want anything, come to the ant train."
Do we need a where? What's a where?
It's there. I've heard of these. I've heard. Have I heard of these? Can I roll to see if I've heard of the train of ants merchants?
Sure, make an int roll.
Okay. 11. I've definitely heard of these.
Oh, baby.
Yeah,
Nice.
wandering ants normally provide food and resources back to the hive from which they came, but sometimes they also provide wares to people and trade for other things, particularly food if they're stocking on food. They've picked up random crap, they'll sometimes trade you the random crap back.
Like, is it a dung beetle? Like literal random crap or what?
No, not literal crap.
Oh, okay.
Like stuff that they
can I
can't
s-
use.
Can I scope these ants to see if they are carrying any bobby pins of any sort, or anything similar to a bobby pin?
Sure.
Oh, you want to dual wield? Is that what we're going for?
And Bubba's gonna
Or a
kind of like
sharper?
ping the tin can that he's in, or that he's in, and be like, "Hey, Fred, it looks like your family."
Oh.
Like Fred comes out from inside, and there's a slight bit of chittering, as you can see that Fred recognizes the ants in front as being, Fred's kin. You can get closer if you want. You are kind of a little distance away at the moment. Rix, if you want to make a check to see, you can roll.
Yeah,
this
just
check.
like kind of scoping it up, or
Yeah.
or even like a bobby pin, as well as any kind of material that could be a little bit more water absorbent than a post-it note.
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay,
and I'm
I might be
definitely
off the wall here, but have you
like,
considered talking to the merchant?
I'm scoping first. That's all. I'm
But
just.
I think
you
the
know, I'm
merchant
looking.
they're far away, right?
Yeah, they're quite
Oh,
far
are they?
away.
Yeah, he's just yelling, so we'd have to like go over there to talk to the merchant.
Well, and Sycamore is like usually probably like really aggressive, like kill it, murder it, kill everything. They're gonna kill you. But like in this instance, Sycamore is like, "Ooh, I've heard of these guys," and instead of like,
Are you sure you're not like,
being-
"Ooh, food"?
no, I made a roll. I got 11. I know what people are. They're not
Okay.
food. And so I would be like, "Oh, like I've heard of these guys." And instead of like being like hide or like murder, Sycamore like runs out to go talk to the merchant and is not like hiding or like being really aggressive at all. Like it's super different than you would normally.
Yeah,
see
I mean,
Sycamore
with an
do.
11 roll, you'd also know that there tends to be quite a few of them. It can often be a little bit disconcerting seeing a small train of ants because they go on all the way back and probably all the way forwards. Like, there will be hundreds in each train.
Yeah.
They tend to get into large fights with termites nearby. So you have to be careful around ants and termites. They're constantly in a bit of a war. But
Okay.
yeah. Rick, so if you want to roll me that wisdom roll.
Oh yeah, sure. I'd love to actually. Hit me up with that super smart bam roll. Damn,
I mean, average smart.
not bad, right? Like Rix is learning. He's okay.
Partial.
Yeah, so you can see a few different bits and bobs here and there. You can see some of them holding little bits of food, like there's an acorn. There's what appears to be some sort of brown substance that says kit on the side. It's broken off, and there's like a little bit of like some sort of biscuit on the inside. You can also see that one of them is carrying up like this kind of balled up bit of shiny material that's about the same size as you. It seems to be kind of crumpled in places, and it's reflective, and it's got small patches of what appear to be these small discs of different colors. There's some that are segmented, and some of them are purple, some of them are red. And it does seem to be reflecting the light from the, I think it's, is it dusk at the moment, or dawn? It's dawn, I think. You're just getting towards the end of night. So, yeah, Al, so it's just the morning's light is bouncing off it and shimmering all around. You also see a brilliantly metallic object that glints with the edge of like something that can only be very, very sharp. One of the ants towards the front is carrying something probably about half your length. It's triple bladed, each blade in parallel, with very, very, very sharp, defined edges that glimmers in the light.
All right.
But beyond that, you'd have to get closer to see anything more.
Okay.
Well, I'm already like approaching.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sycamore, you're bounding forwards. As you bound forwards and make yourself known, the stag beetle at the front is going to call a halt, and every single one of the ants kind of backs into the one in
Behind
front,
her,
and then up in a
or
pile.
behind Sycamore, behind him, is just you see this can come rolling, is coming rolling behind.
And Vix
Oh,
is just like
hello
walking
there.
forward. Yep.
Because clearly Fred was like looking at me like he wants to go that way. So
Oh, hi. I've heard of you, or people like you. Are there more of you? Anyway, you sell things, right? I think I've heard of you.
A discerning customer, welcome! Yes, we sell things. I am Stanley.
Nice. I'm Sycamore, and then like I get hit in the back by like Bofa, and I'm like, oh, this is Bubba.
sorry.
It's
And I come.
It's fine. And this is the great
Rickety Splits. You can call me Rick S, but I like to be called Ricks with an X, I guess. Yeah. One of your guys has a shiny that I kind of want.
Oh,
Hey,
we have
hey.
many things that are shiny that you could possibly want. Are you looking for some resplendent clothing? Are you possibly looking for a weapon to defeat your enemies? Or maybe you are looking for... He glances sideways, glances the other way, kind of comes in closer. Jeez.
I have so much cheese right now.
You got apples.
yeah.
Oh no,
apples.
we have apples. Right.
Yeah, you got a load of
Yeah.
apples.
And so I like when I hear him say like cheese, I like basically like hold
Cheese.
Bubba back. I'm like, no, it's okay.
Cheese.
As you're holding Bubba back, actually, Fred, sitting on top of Bubba's can, perks up a little bit, and the pincers move. And then every single one of the ants down the entire line suddenly stops what they're doing. And they drop their load to the side, whatever they're carrying, all the items all down the line, like a weird Mexican wave. And every single one
Don't
of the
make
ants
me cry.
goes like this and starts like bowing its head towards
Wait,
Bubba.
what?
Is Fred C-3PO in Return of the Jedi right now?
What?
Is Fred a girl?
You're about to find out.
Sycamore, make a
What
int
is he
roll.
doing?
An int roll? Okay. 12.
Yeah, you
Wow.
can see on the back of Fred, there's two little wing stubs which seem to be burnt off. Fred appears to be a girl.
Aww,
Kitty, don't destroy that.
What?
Yeah.
Queen Fred.
I think we had a different name for her. Oh, it was Antoinette. I think that was her name.
Oh my
Antoinette.
gosh. Well,
So-
but you can't talk to ants, so you wouldn't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't know because Bubba can't talk to ants.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
so we see this happen, and all the little ants like do this ant bow, and then I turn to like
Bubba's like, oh, I think they like me.
I'm like, Bubba, when did you get Fred?
I saved Fred when the great poisoning happened.
Poisoning?
And
Yeah.
What kind of poisoning? You know, I can kind
I
of make
think
use
that
of
was
it.
just a rock you ate, Bubba.
No, this time it wasn't a rock.
and I
He
turned
was
to
laying on the ground, and I picked him up, and I tried to help him. And now he's my friend.
Bubba, I think he's a she.
No, Fred's a guy.
Okay. Well, and then I turn
but-
back to the other ants, and I'm just like,
They're all
And I
starting
turn
to cluster
to-
around now and all sort of going like this.
and I turn to the beetle, and I'm just like, we have brought to you a royal ant, so you should get a discount, definitely. And I'm like
Yeah.
trying to use it for advantage.
She's like, this should totally give us a discount.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Make a charisma roll.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Can I
hope it
have
goes-
can I have a +1 because of knowing that the int roll before, knowing that Fred's a girl and all that?
No, you get to make it because of that.
Oh, okay, fine. This is gonna be great, guys. Just wait for it.
You got
Okay,
it.
I'm waiting
not
for it.
bad. Actually, not bad.
Did you? Is it 8?
That's
What you
8.
rolled?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's not bad.
Well, I couldn't possibly give you any sort of discount. We sell our wares, and a lot of the ants nearby start turning around towards the stag beetle and kind of moving toward. Yeah, maybe a little discount.
They look angry.
Yes, some sort of small royal discount for the friends of Her Highness Antoinette.
She is of the highest royal ancestry.
Antoinette?
You know,
Who
I thought
is
it was called
Antoinette?
Fred.
Did you hear that, Bubba?
What?
They called your Fred Antoinette.
Bubba's like looking at Fred and being like, "Are you not Fred?"
It's like,
What does
Shakes his head.
Bubba know that means?
It's a
right?
shake of the
Probably have to
head.
make-
Oh.
It's just
That-
like a no.
It's a no.
It's no.
Did you lose Fred?
What did you do to Fred?
Kind of like the ant like bows its head a little bit and then just like tries to nuzzle your ear.
Oh.
Wait, why did you let me call you Fred if you have a name?
Like the front
what-
legs go up slightly and the body dips in kind of an approximation of a shrug.
Why did you call him Fred in the first place, Bubba? Like, I figured he talked to you and told you that her name. Sorry, well, Your Majesty. That her name.
I can't
what-
really talk
what?
to her, but I don't know. I just came up with lots of names. There was Bob, Fred, John.
What did you like? Roll a die or something to
What's a
decide?
die?
No, I just kept asking how names until Fred let me call Fred name.
Who's gonna die?
No.
I
No,
think it was
no,
probably because
no,
Fred tried so
die.
hard to get me to say her name, but
Oh, it's
he
like
just
the
kept,
Ariel thing. In
he
Little
just
Mermaid?
kept asking names until Fred was like, "Okay, fine, just call me Fred."
Very much like the Little Mermaid when Eric is asking Ariel what her name is, and she's just like, no, no.
Yeah, it's
no.
exactly like that. Exactly.
Uh-huh.
All right. So I think that like I probably am just like, yes, we get a discount. And then I want to go over to the like I don't really care about Fred or the ants. I was just like using it. But
Yeah.
like I go over to the beetle guy and I'm gonna try and figure out like if I can get some arrows from him, because that's what one I needed. And I have
Yeah, if you want plain arrows, they have normal arrows. They have some fine arrows, which are a little bit more expensive, but they have an extra one in the ammo, so they're 4 instead of 3. They also have a couple of more interesting types of arrows, if you want to take a look at those, along with several other things.
How much are the regular arrows versus fine arrows? I have just like food to trade.
So arrows. Regular arrows are 1 cost, whereas fine arrows 3 cost. But they are
And
4
it's-
shots for 1 weight, as opposed to just 3 shots for 1 weight. If you wanted something more esoteric, there are also scented arrows and grapple arrows.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, we have
Grapple
Pickling is
arrows?
strong, so I don't
You
think
could
we
be
would-
like Batman and like
What?
I mean, that's true.
Batman.
I think, and these are 1 cost for the regular. How much is a grapple arrow?
So grapple arrows are the same arrows you normally have, these pine needles, but they have some spider silk spun into a very fine thread coming out the back of each one. They are 6 for 4 ammo.
Okay, well, I don't have 6, so I think I'm just gonna get 3 of the regular ammo,
Sure.
and I'll
Okay.
trade some apple bits.
Yeah.
Okay.
And is that with or without the discount?
Actually, the discount would knock 1 off the price of anything but the normal arrows. So they would be
Oh.
4 for scented, 5 for grapple, and 2 for fine. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, Rick's like reminds them, and he takes off his cape, the red cape, and puts it down in front of him, like or in front of Antoinette as a red carpet.
Aw.
Kind of does this big, ceremony thing as he bows his head to, and then he looks up.
Bubba's still so confused.
Antoinette like comes down the
Behold your
side of
new
Bubba,
queen.
steps onto the carpet gingerly and holds up the front of its torso, its head, walks forwards. Most of the ants sort of back away a little bit. One of them brings up like this small morsel of cheese and just drops it gingerly.
Oh, jeez.
And then it goes up, nibbles a bit of it, then picks up the other half and brings it over to Bubba.
Aw. Well, I exchanged 3 food for 3 arrows because I don't have enough to buy the grapple arrow.
I think I have. How much do I have? How much does Bubba have? 'Cause I know I carried a bunch of it.
Well, if money's an issue, I could possibly see my way to offering something in trade.
It's not letting me change the character sheet.
Trade. And I think that
Well.
everyone else, were you coming over to try and get a weapon, Rix?
Yeah, I'm like still pointing at it. I don't want to
Oh.
lose it.
You're doing the okay.
Yeah, Rix, if you want to make it a Christmas test as well.
Yeah, I have
All right, sure.
four rations on me.
Nice. Where did I put my thing? Okay.
Well, 5 of the cheese.
Come on,
I guess
Rex.
I
You are
could
so
just eat the
charismatic.
cheese.
Don't F this up, bro. Come on.
Oh, you effed it up, bro.
Ow.
Yeah,
Rex
you
is
accidentally almost step on one of the ants nearby as you
His
go
voice
forwards.
cracks.
Yeah, and the ant's like,
Hey,
like Rick
be
clicks back at
careful.
it.
did you mean to call that ant,
No, I just had something stuck on my gums. That's all. Sorry.
What did he call the ant?
What does that mean?
you don't want to know.
I want to
Just
know.
expletives. Just beep,
Bubba's like, I want to know.
I don't think you do, Bubba.
Yeah, now you're closer, Rix, by the way. You can see that some of the objects you looked at before, so the
There's 2 of right.
the scrunched up shiny thing appears to be some tinfoil or sequins stuck all over it, possibly to be worn as some sort of cape. The bladed thing you looked at before is 3 metal blades, about maybe yay long, so pretty long.
A razor head?
Pun?
Is it a razor head?
It
Or
does
like
say
a
on the
shaving?
side, Gillette.
the best a Rix can get.
You're gonna cut
Rick's-
yourself. Like,
Oh, Rex is really responsible.
Seeing
make
you
sure
look
that
at
you
that,
get like
then,
a guard.
the stag
Does it have
beetle
like the
moves
actual
over.
yeah, the guard? Like when you take them out of the package and they have like the thing that you slide off
It
of
does
it.
not have
Is
the
it at least-
guard. It does not.
Okay.
Have the guard. It has a section of the guard left, which they're using as a scabbard for it, but most of the rest of the race has been taken apart.
Damn
seeing
it, we
you-
should have got the Gillette sponsorship.
I know. Rip.
Seeing you moving over to the stag beetle goes up and sidles up to you and goes, you want to purchase the triple vorpal blade. This one
Triple?
is known as Gillette.
Triple? That's how he counts on his fingers like how many blades there are, and he looks at his and it's only 2, and he's like, yeah, I thought it was the gillet, but I've only seen it once. I think in the house
it's
that I used to
Jill
live
for
in. Gillet.
short.
The
Right.
Gillette.
This thing will cut through anything. It will cut through your foes. It will cut through your fur. It will cut through any type of bond that you will need. It is a great weapon. This vorpal
Rex
blade
interrupts him
surely
and
will
says-
defeat.
Will it cut through my wallet though?
Depends on the size of your wallet.
Yeah. What do you want for that?
We would see it go for
Gillet.
considering the company. The ants are like all around
And then he
him.
points at Antoinette and is like, "Please respect your majesty, as I have wanted to, trim her beard for a long time, and it's for,
Her beard?
it's, yep, whiskers for a long time."
Also, still an ant.
Antenna. No, that'd be a bad idea. You know,
That's how she talks. Oh my god.
I mean,
This
you
is
know,
a low charisma roll. That's what this is.
this is yeah, definitely a result of the low charisma roll.
Yep, that's the ongoing.
Rix is
charisma
very
roll right there.
overwhelmed by it. Like his eyes are still shining.
Oh,
right
you rolled
now.
a 6. I see. Okay.
Yep.
Very low.
Let's say with the discount, run you at 9 food.
9 food. And like Rix like kind of scrambles in his pockets and pulls out. He's gonna pull out whatever bits of. I have bits and bobs as well, so I pull out some bits and bobs. He kind of like just like empties his pockets. He has bits and bobs. It's kind of like a button. There's like, you know, maybe some rat droppings. I don't know. Like, and he also pulls out his.
Why are you keeping your
his
rat?
bobby
Why are you
pins.
keeping rat droppings
I don't know, just bits and bobs.
from the
He just
rat
picked them
gang?
up. He just picks them up, you know, like Rix is always just picking up random stuff, you know, hoping that maybe there's something
He's thrifty.
valuable in it. And also the apples. So there's apple bits, some rat droppings, like a button, and he actually pulls off his bobby pin too, and he's like, this right here as well.
Rix.
Crafted by the loving hands of Rix the Greatest.
Oh, I
And he,
thought
like,
you were gonna say Miss Marvel,
Aw.
because she's. Oh.
And also blessed by the one and only Miss Marvel, if you've ever heard from the legends.
I hope she's still alive.
Make a wisdom check.
Okay.
I miss Marvel.
Yeah, me too. What are you doing with your life, Rix?
No.
Oh, Rix.
Wait. Can I offer help?
Rix is just a mess.
I want to.
You can try and come to Rix's aid. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
He does not want to give this to me.
So I see Rick, like I'm like looking at my new arrows and like studying them and making sure that they're fine. And I see Rick's like totally scrambling.
Uh-huh.
And I think that I how would I help? I say I probably say something really esoteric. Like I've got an int of 2 about like how some bit or bob that Rix has is actually like super rare and like don't you need this for this other thing? Like that's how I'm helping.
Okay, you're gonna
Say that
do
my
the
rat
sales pitch.
droppings, you know, you could appease the great dung beetle god. Like this is probably what he's been looking for his whole life.
Make a charisma check to try and.
I was gonna
and
try to
send
help with a different, like, go more the sad route. Tell the story of Miss Marvel.
Okay. I hope that this helps you. No promises. No.
Oh, it is not faded.
Maybe this is a little bit out of your price range. We also have some
Bubba
equally
comes up
fine.
and he's like, I have 4 if you need them.
Baba, you would really? But I mean,
Bubba, you know that's your food.
Yeah. Bubba
really?
like licks one of the apple pieces.
And
He doesn't
now-
like bite into it, but he licks it.
Mhm. As well as
Tastes like food.
not rock. And the finest mouse saliva. As well. I mean, if this isn't a deal, I don't know what is. You know,
The finest mouse saliva.
Okay, so how much are you offering?
royalty.
You're
descending
offering a
from
bobby pin, rapier, so that's cost 2. You're offering
Uh-huh.
bits and bobs, which is cost 2. And
Yep.
how much?
3. Do I have 3 apple bits? I believe.
I have 4 rations, but I don't know how much you need.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know how much
have.
you
I
got
actually
on
have 5, but I pull out like I guess I could do that. I give them all my apples too.
So you don't even
Okay,
need
well,
bubbers,
that's
you get
actually
9.
not-
Yeah, I do have 5 apples though.
Then that
I
would be
didn't realize.
9. That's how
Apple
much you need.
pieces.
Yeah.
There's no way you've got
you
5
have
apples.
exactly
Tiny.
the amount.
You have
Just exactly the amount. Yeah.
Ah,
And I realize I
excellent.
reach kind of in my sack again, and I realized that there was like another piece in there or another 2 pieces, and I'm like, yo, Bubba, I really do appreciate it, but it just like shakes himself and like apple bits fall out. He's like, oh my god, I have these here if you want.
He's
Ah.
got
More
like apple
frazzled.
bits in his folds.
The stag
What's
beetle like
happening?
walks forward, starts like testing each of the apple bits. Yes, they seem of comparable stock. And he waves
barbecued.
over some ants. and each ant comes past, picks up one of the apple bits.
They're lightly roasted apples.
Lightly roasted. Yep.
Because Pecklink roasted them all for us.
Oh dear. Yeah, and all the ants come past, pick one up each.
You know what happened.
And then the stag people picks up the razor and hands it to you. There you go, the triple vorpal blade, Jill.
So Rick's like, is still in shock. He's like, I cannot.
It's very shiny.
So what damage die does a triple vorpal
Dun dun
blade
dun
do?
dun.
Yes.
Both hands.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
You can put that down, Rick. Why does he do that
No,
with
I like when
everything?
it's up. It's shiny.
It takes him an hour to put things into his bag.
He's just like
Oh,
kind of
that's
doing like the
true.
whole thing, like
He has less stuff to put in his bags now, though.
and he like gives himself like a decent cut because he's been so scraggly for so long. And
I don't know why I'm getting like Zelda flashbacks right now, but
Oh,
I
you
am.
not today. Like it's just like doing his best Game of Thrones
Blades of
impression. He
Grass
might have seen
combined.
it. He might have seen it in like on the screen in the house before. But he's like ignoring everything right now. By the way, he doesn't really care.
Okay,
I'm
you have
very-
yourself.
I just keep moving
Bubba
further
throws
away
like an
from
apple
Rick so he
slice
doesn't
your
hit.
way because he knows that you're gonna need some form of rations, and you
And he
like
just
slice
cuts
it
it in
like
half.
like fruit ninja, fruit ninja style. Oh, now you have two.
Yeah, this is amazing. This is the best day of my life. Like,
Okay,
oh.
but seriously, does it do more damage?
Yeah, that's what I need to know.
Yeah, so
Is it-
effectively it's a longsword with the finesse property. So it does the same as your rapier, but +1 damage, and then +1 piercing. And then if you roll a double to hit with it, and you do successfully do damage, you also do an additional D4 damage.
Oh, so it's,
Really?
is it
That's
plus?
pretty
Is
nice.
it +2 to +1 to hit, +1 damage? Is that
No,
what you
no,
said?
no plus to hit, just +1 damage, +1 piercing, and then if you roll a double, it does +D4.
What's +1 piercing mean?
So if they have armor,
Maybe
it
just
will ignore
add
the
it as
first
a
point of armor.
move
Oh, okay.
tempo,
Cool.
so that you can just click the move really easily, and it does all the roll for you.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now, and then
And then put the little extra bit in the description.
mhm.
Neato, bandito. You're so
Sweet,
fancy.
that's cool.
You
I
so
finally have got the gillet.
Wait, did you have to give up your bobby pin as well?
I did give him my
Aw,
bobby pin for it.
man.
Yeah,
When the
That's
ants is
like
walking
you've
away
had
with
that forever. Oh.
I know. But
I
the
think,
gillet.
like, as Pecklink is getting like farther away while you're like hitting
he's just
the air, I think
waving
that
this.
Sycamore is just like admiring your form, your fencing.
I'm shipping
form.
it. I'm shipping it.
Looks at Sycamore and is like,
Rick and Morty.
"Do you need a cut?"
What?
Yeah, I mean, we've been out here. You've been out here in the wild for so long. I feel like you might
Sycamore
need a little
like,
grooming. A little grooming,
Sycamore,
perhaps.
like brushes down his whiskers. He's like, I like having a little bit of, and he's just like, like I thought it looked nice.
Well, Rick's like goes over really slowly and then like trims Sycamore's whisker, like just so
Sycamore
that they're
does-
even, so that they're more even. Like there's like one that's
Sycamore
been.
does that thing where you stand like really, really still.
Oh my
And
god.
Rick's is like really slowly. Just
Bubba's like watching and a little horrified. He's like, oh no. Oh no.
and this was perfect.
Roll for I feel like you have to roll for
Roll
Okay.
for styling.
Oh.
yeah.
Roll for like. haircut.
Well,
That
what
be
would it be?
dexterity?
Controlled
Dexterity?
circumstance.
I feel
Yeah,
like
if you want, you
dexterity.
can. If you want, you can. It'll be dexterity.
See how good my new haircut
Okay.
is.
I want to know how good the haircut is.
It's gonna be
If
the best
like really
haircut ever.
bad.
It's gonna be a good haircut. I don't care what anyone
You're
says.
really dexterous though, right?
Yeah. What is this?
Oh my god.
How many sixes?
Sycamore, you feel a slight tug on one side of your face, but
Aw.
no different. Everyone who's looking at Sycamore, you can see that Sycamore's whiskers on one side are now like that long.
They're uneven.
They're completely uneven.
Bubba's like he looks at it and he's like, I don't think it's even.
I mean, I do need a little practice. I just got it. But it seems to be a lot. It's definitely a lot
can
sharper than I
fix
thought
them.
it would be.
I can fix them.
No, I like it. Don't.
Just a little of the.
No, don't. No,
Okay.
it's fine. I love it.
I mean,
It's the
I
best
start
haircut
rubbing
I've
like
ever
this
had.
this scarred tissue part of my face.
I'll get better. I'll get better with practice. Like your imperfections though make it look perfect. That's all.
I think for chat's sake, these whiskers are like mouse beard whiskers and not like the sensory parts that mouse and cats need to
Yeah.
move around.
I mean,
think-
also, you are mice who use equipment and stuff, so to a certain extent, I'm going to allow you to have short whiskers and not affect you.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
yeah, it's not those kinds
Come
of
on, chat. Jeez.
Come on, Chad.
I know that you're very concerned about my not being able to balance, but we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Aw.
Aw.
That
At
was
this
so
point, I'd worry
funny.
about Rick's trying to balance if he has to roll.
Yeah. I'm worried about Rick 'cause he's rolling a lot of
How many
sixes.
sixes?
Yeah, dude. I don't know. This is
You are
kind of
having
scary.
a
This is
rough
creepy.
day, bro.
This is creepy. Yo.
I
I'm kind of
also didn't
spooked
tell you
out.
that there is a downside to the Vorpal Blade if you screw up an
Oh.
attack roll.
What?
It's a very sharp Vorpal Blade.
Oh.
Yeah, you're gonna cut
Don't
yourself.
roll double ones. I'm just saying. Don't roll double
Well, I
ones.
mean,
you
If
just
my
I've stabbed
ankles
myself in
don't
the
say
foot.
something, then
It's not the Vorpal blade.
hurt
It's
my
the
legs.
gillet. It's the gillet. Okay.
Yeah, it's the gillet.
God.
Gills.
Okay,
Sure,
anyway, me and Rix are flirting. What are the rest of you?
Well, Bubba was watching the great haircut of every.
I'll get better. Like
I
come
was
on.
just being horrified by the whatever.
What's
just
going on with
whatever the hell.
Antoinette? If Antoinette, like, is she just sitting on the red cape that he put
She's
down
going around the
still?
edge of the red carpet, seemingly using like this tiny fragment of what appears to be like charcoal, and like scribbling on these bits of like tiny bits of paper that ants are bringing her.
Okay, Bubba's gonna go back over to where she is, and he's like, "What are you doing?"
She mimes like writing on a bit of paper.
She's signing autographs.
Oh my God, is she signing autographs?
Oh.
She is signing autographs.
Oh my God, that is hilarious.
Like all the ants are like clustered around the edge. There are a couple of bigger ants who are trying to keep the crowd at bay, and she's going around like shaking hands and then signing bits of paper.
Oh my God, it's so cute. I thought you were gonna make me cry. I thought it was gonna be her family. I like was so tearing up. I was like, "Don't make me cry."
Well,
Yeah,
you know,
right?
I've got to make you care about her before I kill her.
No.
So, seeing Pecklink there, kind of stationary, the stag beetle comes over and goes, "So, you look like a discerning mouse. What might you be interested in?
What did you call me?
Discerning mouse?
I don't speak Mandarin.
Ah, you are a special mouse. Would you like to buy something?"
What have you got?
What would you like? We have many things.
Do you have clothes?
Oh, because you don't have armor anymore.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Yes.
you're naked.
And Rick's like points over to the shiny one too. He's
like
just
that
like,
you're just yelling at each other.
Okay.
We have
what?
the multifaceted cape of illusion. He points towards this like bit of tinfoil with sequins on it. Alternatively, something a little bit more stylish. He points towards this little parasol, which is obviously a cocktail umbrella, but it's got like the middle taken out and it's turned into a skirt. Or if you want, we have something a bit more normal. It starts pointing down to like there's a Smarties tube, which has obviously been altered to make it into like a sort of medium armor, and a few other things. This goes down the line.
My eyes are locked on a parasol right now.
The parasol does not give you armor.
What's that?
But it would be so cute, and it would make sense because he doesn't like the rain.
Mhm.
Oh, this is all the rage in France right now. So I hear. Long all the way from the fashionable districts of Paris. This.
How did they get it from France?
It's a
They obviously
lie.
haven't. He's a salesman.
Okay.
He's heard of France.
That's true. That's true. What's France?
What's
France?
Who's France?
Is
Who's
it
France?
food? Can I eat
Is
it?
it food?
Oh.
Ah! He goes over to the parasol. He beckons the ant to come over. It's brought over by two like ants. One of them pops it open. He goes, poop. And then he goes to the top of it and takes off the outside. The outside's obviously been like cut through, kind of jaggedly, and it's attached with like these little bits of what appear to be like sticky tape of some kind. And so the parasol suddenly becomes a much smaller diameter, and then takes the outside and places it over your head and turns it into, well, because you can't get it down to like your waist to be a skirt, it just ends up being a kind of a ruff.
Oh my god, I want a jacket being rough so much. I've never wanted a jacket being rough so much in my life as I do right now.
What color is it?
Yeah, that's important.
Oh yeah. What color is it? That does matter.
Mm-hmm.
What color would you like it to be?
Because colors attract different types of birds and creatures.
We have it in all different types of
I'm not
colors
sure
from the
what kind of
catalog.
color that I'm really into, to be honest.
Wait, are mice colorblind?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
Ah,
Might be
mice
red,
colorblind.
actually.
Yeah, that's a that's a
Alexa,
thing.
you have
Can
Alexa.
someone
Come
Google-
on.
Alexa, are mice colorblind?
It's really bad at that. It doesn't tie into
Alexa, do
Google.
mice wear
They
parasols?
are.
Do mice?
Are mice colorblind?
Yeah.
Here's a summary from Cuteness. Mice have two
Oh.
cone pigments in their eyes, giving them dichromatic vision, while humans have three cones
Dichromatic.
for vision. That's called trichromatic. So
Food and
having
not
that third
food.
cone allows us to see red and distinguish the difference between greens, reds, and yellows, something
So they are
colorblind people
colorblind.
and most mammals can't do.
Cool.
Wow.
The more you know.
The more you know.
So what color? They can't
Oh.
see red, basically, and some other shades.
Also, was that your Alexa?
No, that was my
She
phone.
sound- Okay, I'm like,
Yeah, that was
Sounds
that was
so
okay
intelligent.
Google.
So if it were red, it would just look kind
I
of
didn't
gray.
mean you Google. No.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes, that's
Okay.
cool. Hi, thank you.
Wow. Dude, they're gonna
Kids
take
these
over.
days with
They're
their
gonna take over.
androids.
Stays with their phones.
Yep.
And they're
Back
right
in
No,
my
back.
day, we
it
used to
comes full
Google
circle.
stuff. Okay.
I know.
I think that we should get like you should get one that's like you
Ooh,
could
a rainbow color.
blue. You could see
Well, I'm gonna
green,
pick the grey one,
the gray one.
but
It's
I would
hot
really
pink.
like it to be like hot pink. Yeah,
Yeah,
neon.
totally. It's
like,
it's
but it
it's
looks
really
grey and understated.
really hot gray.
Oh, terrified.
Hmm.
Sorry.
hot grey.
Really hot gray.
Hot gray.
All the ants are referring to it as this hot pink color, and it's grey. So apparently that means it's hot grey.
Pink is grey.
Can
okay.
ants see?
That's what I mean.
Oh my
Are
gosh.
ants colorblind?
Here's a summary from phys.org. However, in contrast to humans, the bull ants can also see UV light, which means they can see different colors than we do. That means they use their
What?
3 different photoreceptors types at night
Even
during
more
light
colours.
levels where humans are completely colorblind.
Okay, so
Oh.
fashion cross species in the forest is going to be really fucked up.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Wait, so did that say that they can see color, but like not at night?
No, they can see color, but especially at night because they see using the UV at night.
Oh man,
Okay.
and they can see more colors, right?
Yeah, because they've got extended
That's
visual range.
insane.
That's
Ants are crazy.
crazy.
I did not know ants could see
At least
that
they're not
much.
mantis shrimp.
No.
Mantis shrimp can see like 12 different, like they've got 12 different cones or something instead of our 3.
That's cool. I didn't
Wow.
know that. That's
Cones.
cool.
They should set up some kind of ice cream shop.
Yeah. Aunt Crayola must be off the chain, like, because honestly,
5.
And Crayola.
Crayola ants is
Like
out of
that's where all those
control.
weird extra colors come from. It's because
Mhm.
the ants. Yeah.
They
like,
run it.
Crayola.
They run it.
Ant Rolla.
All right. Well, how
Crayola-
much is that
Crayola ants.
skirt? Or
Crayola
wrap?
ant.
How much is
With
the
your
wrap?
discount, it'll be 2 rations to the skirt.
The name is still in the works.
Mhm.
Do
Yeah,
do I
patent
get
pending,
the rest
patent
of the
pending.
parasol as well?
Yeah, the parasol are part of. You can use the
That's-
parasol
that
in
is
the
the
rain,
whole-
and then when
Yeah.
it's not rainy, you can take that down and take the bit off and wear it as a ruff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna throw bits of apple at this beetle.
Bentham's in chat and he goes, Vision science is the one thing I know. Why are they talking about it in the one show I'm not on? And it's all caps. He's just losing his shit.
Oh no.
We
Well-
love you, Bentham.
Well,
We love
Maggie's
you,
got to
dog.
go
We
for the
love you,
after show,
homie.
Benson. So if you want to join us for the after show, you're more than welcome.
For
Yeah,
sure.
you
With
can take my
Bantham's
place.
schedule, he won't be on the show for another 4 months.
Ouch. Hey.
Yeah, so that'll cost you the 2 bits of food of your discount. It will count as light armor, so it will count as armor 1 while you're wearing it.
All right. And then now that like Rix is done
Does it
fencing
open
around.
and close?
Yeah, it does open and close.
Oh.
Is it like the umbrellas that you put on like a drink?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
Yeah,
exactly
that's
one
like
of those.
basically- that's basically what it is.
Adorable.
Yep.
This is my
Wait,
life.
is it made out of paper? Because then it.
Yeah,
It's
Probably
waxed
definitely.
paper, so it's okay in the rain. It will
Oh,
still
okay,
set on
cool.
fire, though.
Oh,
It's balsa wood and
Not
waxed
flame
paper.
retardant.
When have I ever set anything on fire? Come on.
Right.
Give a bit of credit.
Not yet. Today.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like it.
There is some
Yeah.
kind of music playing in Pecklink's head now, as he's just. Parasol goes up, parasol goes down.
That looks like something totally.
I thought it was gonna be
different for us.
Rihanna. I thought it was Rihanna.
It gets out.
Ella.
The parasol, you sick bastard.
Hello.
Someone needs to
Sorry,
take a gift of that. and
Pegglink is
do
going
a
like
little
this.
bit.
Like it goes up, it goes down.
Just
Yeah,
like
I
a-
was like,
messing with
I
my
don't think
parasol.
that looks like what you think it is.
Okay.
That just got weird.
It's
Uh,
not the mouth it comes out of; it's the mind it goes into. You sick bastards.
Yeah, Rix is
Sorry,
gonna
I
point.
just
Rix is gonna
can't-
point
I
at the
can't
shiny.
unsee it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Rix is gonna point at the foil. Like before we go, just out of curiosity, and he points the gillet at it and is like, "How much for that?"
Oh, you mean the wondrous cloak of illusion?
Yeah.
When the ants like ruffles it a little bit in the light, kind of it streams off and different colors go everywhere.
Shiny.
Shiny. I love
Ah.
shinies.
This cloak will distract enemies trying to attack you, and it will make you the center of everyone's attention. It will run you about, yeah, with your discount, 7 food.
7 food.
No. Rix, weapons are good, and I don't know what Pecklink is doing, but that will only attract enemies, guaranteed. That's not. It's pretty, but look at how much the light hits it, like the sun coming up.
I think
is,
it's
like,
meant for a
hitting-
tank.
I'd be a superstar.
Those of you want to know the mechanical benefits of it, it functions similarly to one of the Tinkerer's abilities, which is that if an enemy tries to hit you, they have to you get to roll d6. On a 4+, the attack misses as they're dazzled by the cape. On a 1 to 3,
Wow.
it does hit. Once you are hit, the cape stops functioning until you can repair it, which is just normally like when you sleep or something. It does, however, give you a -1 to stealth because it's shiny.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah, well, Rix.
50 chance to
makes
avoid
sense.
getting hit.
Yeah. No,
And
but Rix
also,
is like,
if you don't
I
have
will
it, it
be.
will function as light armor in addition.
Okay. They have light armor right now too. But Rix is
You're like,
I'll
can
be
I put that on
back."
layaway?
I was gonna say layaway too.
Yeah, okay, I thought.
That's crazy. You can read my mind.
I know,
But,
I got
um,
you.
Rix is like, I don't have much for now, but I mean, come on, Sycamore. You know I would look good in it. Like,
Oh,
And
it
Sycamore,
would
like,
suit you in most
sensitively
resplendent
strokes-
manner. Oh, Rix
He would
the
look really
Great.
good.
Yeah, Sycamore like sensitively strokes the short side of his face. And he's just like, yes, well, better to not die, I think.
yeah, I guess you're right about that. But maybe one of these days, when I come back from Cheese Halatopia, I will return with your Majesty, Her Majesty, and one day, just hold on to it. If you see any other mouse or anybody that wants it, just do not sell it to them. Please. I beg.
Well, it would be hard pressed in this economy. I mean, you're driving such a hard bargain to begin with, and we have so many other items that need to be sold.
I mean, for me though,
Roll charisma, maybe.
Yeah, I
Roll
think you're gonna have to.
Do you really want me to roll charisma? Yeah.
I want you to not roll a 6. Just
Yeah, don't
try.
roll a 6 because I
Just
want
try
you to
not
have
rolling a
layaway.
I want some layaway. I don't want to roll. I don't
Oh my
want to
god,
roll.
if you roll another 6, that's just gonna be too much.
We need to stop the
If you
show.
roll another 6, you need to reload this game.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. You know,
I could maybe see to keeping it for you on one condition.
before you say it, I could be like the poster child for you, the ant caravan. You know, I'll let everybody in the forest know that you are selling stuff. You know, like you get
gonna
the best
shill?
business of all time if I let them know, right?
Well, that is tempting. I have another proposition in mind.
All right, lay it on me.
So, a little way from here, far to where the sun rises, we normally do business. Unfortunately, recent turn of events has made it rather unfortunate for our trade caravan. No longer do we have the reach we once had. The termites have taken much of the land. However, we did attempt to remove one of their nests for good. As far as we understand, our strike force got very close before they were defeated. If you could finish what they started, we might be able to pay you with some form of recompense, let alone layaway.
Oh well, he like stands up very like it's like stout, and he puts the gillet up, and he's like, in the name of Antoinette, we shall get rid of this blight, of course, that has been blocking your trade, you know, and definitely, right, guys? And he like looks back, right?
Is it in the direction of Cheese Halatopia?
It's kind of to the side. It won't get you particularly closer, but it won't take you further away.
You don't have to do it now. I mean, I know we still have some, but you know, come on, it's kind of awkward if you say no, guys. Like,
I'm just
Sure, I
spinning
will
my
help you,
parasol,
Rix.
just not even thinking. Yep.
Yep. Oh.
all right.
I think that I'm just like quiet and I like stroke the part of
Aw.
my ears, and I'm just like a little grouchy, but I'm still like I'm not gonna say no.
He's been outvoted anyway.
Excellent. Do you want to shake on it? Oh, mighty Rex.
Rick's
A
the
little-
greatest if you want. That's my real name, but
Oh,
Yeah.
Rick's the greatest. Ah, there you go.
he looks over at Sycamore while he's shaking the hand and like gives a wink. And then shakes.
You didn't try to negotiate. You didn't even ask the price. Just
No,
saying.
he
you
literally
should-
is just
Yeah.
totally lost in it.
maybe you should put one of yourself as others. Is it? Okay. So,
Yep.
if you want, we will give you this. And he dumps in front of you something from the medicine cabinet to aid you on your voyage. This way, if you go towards the rising sun, make sure you go past the big oak. Try and avoid the badger lair. And there you will find the item that our warriors took to dump into the termite mound. Once you get there, if you can find what they left, dump it into the termite lair and set it off and flee. It is the greatest of weapons that we could find in our war against the termites.
All right, sir. Yes,
What does
sir,
this
Bob.
weapon look like?
It's gestures like a big item, like, and it just gestures that you can. Bit like that.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, you know what?
Oh.
Right, Bubba? Yeah, definitely. That sounds like a really powerful item. Whoa. I don't know if it's as great as the Gillet, but we shall. We just have a couple of things we got to take care of, but I promise you.
Yep, we'll do it. We'll do it.
and then
We're gonna
Bubba's
take this and I like
nose.
scrape the thing from the medicine cabinet, and then we'll go take care of this for you. Okay, guys, let's.
Okay.
Bubba
Yep.
like puts his nose like in front of the beetle and like next to like the other mouse, and then he's like, cheese. You said you had cheese.
Oh, we have many things. We have several different types of cheese. We have the Great Papers of the Inferno, an original copy, might I add, written by the great Peclucia herself. We also have fire fluid taken from the metal beasts. We have a shield of capture. We have several varieties of poison, should your enemies need it. And we also have 3 varieties of cheese.
Cheese.
Jeez.
Tell me more about your cheese.
Well, we have this slice of a beautiful yellow cheese backed with a red wax. So fine you could eat it for day, night, dinner, breakfast, allowances, or even tea. This cheese is so fine it will make you shit. We also have this crumbly white cheese.
Bubba's like his tongue's
This
sticking out
drooling.
now. Yeah, he's not drooling yet.
We have a crumbly white cheese, and the ants come up one by one and start parading the cheese behind him. This crumbly white cheese falls apart in the mouth as easily it does in your backpack. It is soft and luscious, and you can taste every single crumb on your tongue. And lastly, we also have a fine cheese straight from the suburbs of Paris. This cheese comes with blue veins as extra free bonus content, which is unusual these days. It's very rare. These veins
What's-
add to the taste. The pungent smell, the aroma fills your nostrils.
Yeah, Bubba's like he's licking his chops, and then now he's like smelling each of the cheeses, and he's like kind of drooling.
Hmm.
How much for the cheese?
Oh, with your discount, 6 rations.
Wait. How many rations of cheese is this?
Each one is 1.
That's ridiculous.
But it's cheese.
We're going to Cheese Holotopia.
Yeah, but
We will
Bubba,
get so many cheeses.
But I'm a but I'm a
6
cheese
days of food for 1 Bubba. You'll starve. We have to make it to
What
Cheese
if I get-
Holotopia.
What if I give you 4? What will you give me
Bubba.
for 4?
Bubba, don't forget about the mole that your friend, right? Doesn't he have cheese too?
But
Your
I
friend?
can always use more cheese. And he said it's rare to find cheese in the forest.
Well, we were actually on our way to go see the mole Thickwick the Fourth. He normally orders a little bit of our special selection, but if you were to take it off my hands before then... Okay.
Bubba's like going to grab the cheese.
Just like going over there, not even paying for
Yeah,
it.
can Bubba like try to steal the cheese?
They are all looking at you. It won't be
It's
stealing
fine.
so
Can he
much.
still
Okay.
try? Can he still do it?
He's just gonna-
How are you going to try to do this?
Pecklink hasn't lit any fires yet, Maggie. This is
Bubba's gonna be like, oh no, look, there's a catbird,
A sky cat.
a sky cat, air cat.
I run away.
Yeah, Becklick starts screaming, running around with his umbrella.
Make a charisma check at a -3?
-3.
Because
Wait,
there's
wait,
about
wait,
100
really?
ants looking at you right now.
It's okay.
Look, it's a sky cat.
-3. Oh god, that's an underscore.
I.
It's hard to do it on a tablet.
Wow. And you roll better than Rick's
You
average
got a
roll.
partial. You can manage to just about get there and touch the cheese before most of the ants who initially are looking around in confusion all suddenly center on you, and you're kind of surrounded by a lot of ants, and you're
And my
touching
hand
the
is
cheese.
just on the cheese.
Whoa. He was just seeing if it was real. That's all, guys. Calm down, guys. There's nothing going on here. Just seeing if it was real. That's all. Right, Bubba? You know?
A piece of drool lands on top of the cheese.
Yep.
Hey, wait. So I see Bubba trying to go for this cheese. There's a bunch of ants. can I see? He said that he had.
His face looks so
fire.
worried. He's like, "Are you gonna murder
He
all
said that
my-"
he had the fire liquid or whatever, right?
They said they had some fire liquid. Yeah.
Can I see it? Can I see where it is?
There seems to be towards the back, about 3 ants holding up what appear to be like acorn lids. With other acorn lids that seem to have been damaged and kind of torn open to act as like caps on top. These 3 little flasks being held aloft by ants. You would suspect that might be them. At this point, Bubba, Antoinette comes out of the crowd part in a little line in front of her. And she goes
Behind
up to
me,
you.
Pecklink is still running around with the umbrella. Ah! Aircat!
I think that I see Bubba wants the cheese. I see where the fire flame is. I see Pecklink running around like a crazy person. I'm gonna try and slyly light one of my arrows on fire, and then
How are you going to set your arrow on fire?
Pecklink's running around. I'm just gonna like hold it out, and Pecklink will pass by. And
He's just nonchalantly just holding
He's
it
like,
out,
"Please."
wait for me to run past.
He's like
We
waiting.
can't have nice things.
Yeah.
We can't have nice things.
I mean, Pecklink is
He's
running
like, "Oh,
around
no."
screaming, and he has a lighter on his back that he doesn't let go out.
Do you have the lighter on, Pecklank?
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Yeah,
Now
okay,
that
yeah,
Blue Jay
you-
wants
you
to do
light
this,
the arrow.
definitely.
Okay, and then can it be a called shot because it's like they're not looking at me, they're looking at Bubba?
No, they are still able to defend themselves. They're still walking around like they aren't
I'm
aware
aiming
of...
for the fire liquid, not any creature.
I would give a bonus to it. It wouldn't be a quarter shot though, because a quarter shot they
Okay,
have to be
all right.
indefensible.
Okay. What's the bonus?
So I'd give you a bonus of +2 because they're pretty heavy. They can't move very easily.
Okay.
But at this point,
then
Bubba,
I'm gonna
we're just getting back to Bubba. Bubba, Antoinette comes out of the crowd and like moves towards you, and then nuzzles up to you a little bit. Goes up to the cheese. You can have a taste for incentive for later.
Okay. Bubba
The
takes
arrow
like a
goes.
huge bite.
the arrow goes towards the flame.
Okay,
I got
Bubba,
a 12.
You bite into which cheese do you pick? There's 3 of them.
The rare one.
Oh, the
Ooh.
one all the way from Paris. Sure, you
Yeah.
bite in. It's really pungent. This taste of cheese is very, very, it's very sharp. It fills through your nostrils, but it is definitely cheese. At the
Bubba
same
has like
time-
this huge grin.
same
As everything
time-
burns around him.
There is what only can be described as an explosion and of flame as towards the back portion of the train of ants, just flame just leaps and detonates. One cluster of
Pecklink,
ants
what
goes
did you
up.
do?
Another ant goes up, and another ant goes up. Kind of like, you know, in Mad Max 4, where it goes, and then the next car goes bang, and the next car goes bang.
Yep.
Yeah, in a line, each acorn detonates in sequence, taking out, gotta be at least 40 ants over there, who are just now crisped. Fire engulfs the entire area.
I stopped
Rix is
running.
gonna Rix is gonna scream out, "Ah, termites!" and then just book it the other way.
I yell to Bubba, grab it and run.
I stop and I turn. Fire ants!
Hey, Pecklink persuaded me of the god of fire, okay?
Oh
So,
my
like,
god. That is horrifying. I can't believe you just murdered.
No, it's
Well,
fine.
that's-
I also grab one. I try and grab one of the cheeses and run, like as an example.
Bubba's not gonna grab the cheeses. Bubba's
You're
gonna grab
quite away
Antoinette.
from the cheese, Sycamore, because otherwise you'd be very obviously noticed. So you're kind of far back. If you want to try and grab a cheese, it'll be dangerous to come forwards to grab the cheese. You could then try, and then you'd have to get out, but you'll be going to the center
Okay,
of the ants.
I will attempt to defy danger by being swift as the raging fire or whatever.
We're
Okay,
crazy.
how are you going to get through the crowd of ants to get to that cheese?
I'm bigger than the ants. I'm just going to like just barrel. I'm trying to be quick and dexterous. I'm like,
So you're going to be trying to be
Dexterity.
quick, so you're going to use dex.
yeah.
Sure. Okay, you can make a dex roll.
Okay, I will make a dex roll to attempt to get through these ants and grab the cheese. I got a 10.
10. Okay, you managed to get there, and you managed
Blue
to
Jay
just
just
about get
never
your
rolls
hands
bad. She's just like,
No,
You managed to get
the
your hands
confidence.
on one of these bits of cheese. You managed to hold aloft the cheese that's probably closest to which is probably Bubba's cheese. The one that
Okay.
Bubba was just like, hop. Wait, what? You get this huge lump of cheese off of the ant. The ant below it. Ah! Treachery! Ants
Peace
to
out.
arms! Bubba, what are you doing?
I'm gonna protect Antoinette, and so I'm gonna grab her and put her into the can.
At this point, the ants have closed in around Antoinette and are now forming a ring around her. So you'd have to push through the ants. You'd have to do a defy danger. How are you doing that?
Right next to her. She was right next to me, nudging the cheese that I was.
Yeah, but there's a little gap. Not a very big gap, but the ants have surged in now after that. So yeah, you can defy danger to get through. It won't be very difficult.
I mean, I'm confused how she can be like right next
She's
to me.
about 2 inches away from you at this point because
She's on the
backed
red
up
carpet
when the
still?
explosion happened.
I'm taller
she
than them,
can.
though. Can't I just like reach over?
You don't have much reach with your paws because they're downwards, not forwards. You have to move towards
Okay.
her and have to right under you.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab her to
Sure.
put her in the can. I'm like, it's not like I'm trying to hurt her.
Oh no, yeah, but how are you trying to get to her? If you're trying to get to her like dexterously, or you're gonna bash through people, or
Excuse me. He's just trying to get in there to like grab his friend.
Charisma?
they are deliberately blocking you at
Asking
this stage.
politely.
Yeah,
Hey,
he's
excuse
asking-
guys.
Okay, you ask politely. They don't move. They have formed a ring around her, facing her, and a ring outwards, facing you, in a double phalanx.
Well, hey, I need to protect my friend.
Okay. They do not respond.
It sounds
Several
like
of
a
the ants
charisma
charge
roll.
in. She'd
It
automatically
sounds
fail
like
it.
she's trying
You
to
guys
defy.
attack
I have
them.
a +2.
Yeah, you can talk
charisma.
all you like to the enemy, but they
I
now
didn't
think
attack anybody.
your party. You have to take responsibility for your party, sadly. With that, the ants charge in,
Antoinette is part of a party.
and several of them grab Antoinette and start dragging her away.
That's one of my experience. That's one
our
level
friend.
of my experience.
Hi.
That doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense.
That's our friend.
No, I mean, I'm not gonna
Whoa.
let you just walk away with my aunt.
Hell
I'm gonna,
no.
Like,
Oh yeah, no, you totally can
Get-
try and stop them.
yeah, I'm
Um,
gonna stop them. I'm gonna get her,
Okay.
but I don't want to hurt them. Bubba would not want to hurt the ants.
Well, you don't necessarily have to hurt.
Yeah,
you
well,
could
I'm just telling EE that like
you don't
whatever
necessarily
I'm
have to
doing,
hurt them,
I
you
do
can
not
try-
want to hurt the ants. So
Well, yeah,
whatever I'm doing, whatever you want me to roll, I'm just trying not to hurt the
Okay,
ants.
how are you going to try and get to her without hurting
I
the
don't
ants?
know because you won't let me do it with charisma, so I don't want to hurt the ants though. So I don't want to
Okay,
bash
you
through
can
anybody.
push them out of the way and try and be.
I don't want to push them. I don't want to hurt them.
And bowling.
You can push without hurting. It's just a harder roll.
Okay.
So it'd
I
be
don't
something
want to
like a-
hurt them.
Yeah, it'd be a strength -2 or something to try and push them without hurting them. You're effectively just pushing them gently to the side,
Okay.
but it'll be slow instead of hitting them.
Because he does
Excuse
not want to
me.
hurt them. -2, that sucks. 8.
8, you managed to just about get up to her. The ants nearby, however, managed to lunge in, and several of them managed to get in and try and stab you. They're biting into you with their pincers. And
Bubba's like, stop hurting me. I don't want to hurt
1,
you. I'm just
3.
trying to get my friend.
4 modifier 4 ants.
Bubba
Eight-
doesn't
8
want to hurt
damage.
the ants.
Oh,
They want to hurt Bubba.
Bubba. Yep.
So that's 8. I only take...
You've got
3
your
of that?
full armor, so yeah, you've only got
Yeah,
3
I take
damage.
3.
That was a really big damage roll. Damn.
Yeah.
Yo.
They only do D4, but there's 4 of them attacking, so... sorry, 5 of them attacking, so they got a +4. Peglank, what are you doing while this is going on?
Why are the ants on fire?
I mean, I did yell like, "Take the cheese and run!" Like that was like I yelled it out. My intentions were fairly clear. If you guys were like hearing it all, you know.
And Rick said termites, and then started running towards that way too.
I am a little confused because when Sycamore was going up to the ants, I fully assumed him to go and eat them straight up. But he kind of lulled me into a false sense of security, and now I'm utterly confused. What are you doing at the moment, Sycamore?
I went and ran and grabbed the cheese, and like that was like one action, and then my next action will be to.
So
run
Sycamore's
away.
currently managed to run into the center of most of the ants, grab the cheese. Bubba's managed to bound past her, grab Antoinette from out of the center of a bunch of ants as they're all like biting in, trying to get at Bubba. That's where we got to so far.
I think the ants are attacking Bubba. I'm gonna get out my matchstick staff.
Okay.
And surprise, surprise. I'm gonna cast Burning Weapon.
Oh no.
And I'm gonna be barely controlled.
Okay.
God, guys. We almost didn't.
On a hit, I'm gonna choose does +1 damage to all enemies.
Okay. So Peckling, you pull out your matchstick staff, you light it, there's a burst of flame, and suddenly this match, apparently unlike the rest of them, sputters flame. It's a little bit of sparks every now and again, and a little bit strip off it in places.
The chosen one.
What would you like to do with that?
I'd like to run up and hit one of the ants. I want to maximize how many ants I can hit. So I'm gonna hit ants.
You guys are all trying to murder the ants, and Bubba's just
I
like
was like,
not trying to hurt them.
I know, it really
They
sucks
just
for
bit
Bubba.
you really hard.
Excuse me, I was trying to get you some cheese.
Let's
me,
be honest,
I
you're
was just
getting
trying to
yourself
murder.
cheese, Sycamore.
Let's be honest, there were creatures in this woodland alive, and Sycamore cannot have that.
It's true.
Yeah, while this is happening, can Rix like look to see which the shiny cape?
Okay, we'll get to you in a second.
Is it on fire? Did it burn?
We'll get to that in a second.
Wait,
Peckling.
there's a
So how are you trying to hit them? Are you just going to try and do normal attacks? Or do you want to do some sort of like sweeping attack to try and just hit lots of them, or?
Well, no, because I've got effectively it's a cleave with fire, right?
Yeah, basically.
So I'm just gonna like swipe at one.
Sure.
And
Make a normal attack then.
we'll see. It's Dex on this, isn't it?
You are using a staff. I think that makes it strength. Unless it
I
says
think it's finesse, isn't it?
If it says finesse, staff is just two-handed close. It doesn't have a finesse tag.
Oh, well, that sucks. All right, strength.
It's strange. It's almost like you could have done with buying a finesse weapon from somewhere.
I mean,
I wish the GM had offered you that option.
you offered me a hot pink cocktail umbrella. I'm gonna take that deal every time. Oh, by the way, here is barely controlled. You probably want to see that.
Yep. Your fire rate is out of control. Yeah, I could pick that. I'm gonna pick that.
Oh.
I was like, could pick that? I'm like, no, he's
Obviously.
going to. There's no question.
Okay, so your lighter, as you jog forwards, the flame sputters a bit, and a bit of liquid from your very poorly held together lighter that you don't really care for splutters out onto the ground nearby. And the flame that is currently going off where the petrol is now lights up behind you, separating your retreat. It is now Pecklink and Bubba, and I imagine Rix, because you were close in, separated
Rix is scared.
with fire from Sycamore. The fire is their retreat. In front of them is a horde of ants.
Wait. So I went towards the.
Oh no, you
'cause
went
I
towards as well.
towards
Okay, in
Bubba.
which case you are all with the ants, and fire is effectively where you would normally be retreating to. Yeah, it's a love the fire mouse. It's been going so great for you recently. Okay, Rix, what are you doing?
Rix is scared shitless right now, literally because of the fire just, all over the place.
A little dropling nug of poop comes out.
A tiny little rat poop. A
A little
rat
tiny
poop.
mouse poop.
It's just, and he's holding his tail right now, one tail in one hand and then the gillet in the other, and it's just like, what guys. We're supposed to help these guys.
No, you weren't.
We were gonna get their thing, and I want the shiny.
They're biting Bubba
Oh, he's
for no
like-
reason.
The shiny.
I'm just like in the process of like grabbing the cheese and like holding it over my head and turning. You know, like this is like my whole action is like still continuing.
Yep.
I know. Like, does anybody need a lineup?
As you see, this bit of tinfoil sequins is covered in lighter fuel, and the flame goes.
Oh, the cloak you wanted is all gone.
Well, Vix is gonna go and like pick up the red carpet as fast as he can. That was his cape.
It's
For
covered in
Antoinette.
ants. How are you going to pick up the carpet?
Guys,
Covered in nails.
can I shave my? I'm not gonna shave it at first, but I'm gonna. You know when you pick up a rug and you just shake the dust off of it?
Okay, make me a strength roll.
You're gonna shake the ants off of it. Oh
Gently.
my god.
I'm gonna shake them gently, yo.
You're going to
That's
shake
this
it
is
like
what-
a Polaroid
That's what
picture.
Bubba would want, right?
Okay.
Right? Oh God. Hey, just don't mind me here, guys. I'm just.
I thought you were gonna roll a 6 again.
I thought too.
You have rolled.
Don't
not
mind
great.
me, guys. I'm just getting, the royal visit is over.
Okay, as you shake it, several of the ants like bite in and manage to get little bites on before you manage to shake them all off.
Shake them gently into the fire.
I was reading that comment too. I was like, oh my gosh, shake them gently into the
No,
fire.
don't let
You
eat
take.
that.
I rolled max damage again. You take 7 points
Oh,
of
but
damage.
What?
The
I
ants
think I
are.
die. Wait,
You
my
don't-
level up might have saved me. Hold on. I said I had 7, right?
7 points of damage. Yeah.
And then -1. Oh my God.
How much
For my
HP do you
armor.
have?
I think I have 7 from that level up. If I didn't take Constitution, no, I have 8. Okay, so
Okay.
Okay.
So you have
I would've-
you
So
have
minus
two
the
now.
armor.
only 1 armor. Yeah.
Okay, so you're on 2 HP.
Ow! 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 Guys.
I might have just caused a TP kill.
I'm
just
not
scared
gonna
of
lie.
a
When
bunch
I
of
said
ants on you?
there
Oh
were
my God.
hundreds of ants, I was
No. I
expecting
have a
that.
plan. I have a plan. It's fine. It's fine. I have a
I
plan.
have a
I
plan.
don't want to hurt you
Okay.
guys.
So is it my turn again?
It is now your turn. Sure.
Okay, so what I would like to do is because I ran up to the cheese that Bubba had, so I'm right next to Bubba, right? I would like to.
I don't think you're next to me. 'Cause
Well,
I
I
went
ran up
and
to
grabbed
There's like a-
Antoinette.
Yeah,
so I'm
you're
like,
about like 6 inches back from Bubba.
there's a
maybe
bunch of
less,
ants in
maybe
front
like
of you, in
4
between
inches.
you and me right now.
Mm,
Yeah.
Okay, well, tell me like I'm going to tell you what I want to do, and then like you let me know if like this is possible, if this is a process, if I need like help.
Sure.
I want to either yell at Bubba to like lay on his side or like push him on his side and then roll the can over the flames so that we can like just get out, because you have a can. If we rolled that over a little bit of flame, we could get out. We follow right behind. if we, like, stand on
Okay,
the
you
can.
need to get together. You're currently very close. And then you would need to start rolling. Bubba would need to resist whatever damage the ants manage to get
rolling
in.
because
Bubba would then probably get very dizzy. And you would go through
Okay.
flame, which if you're on top of Bubba's can and managing to like...
Yeah, do the.
you would be taking a lot less or almost nothing. Bubba would still need to
Okay.
resist the damage.
Okay. So is this like a series of moves? Can we
It
do it
should
in like
be-
one move with a series of rolls, or?
It's more like you'll need to get together, prep, and then next turn you can start rolling. Because you would be able to start rolling maybe this turn, but you wouldn't be able to get through the flame this turn. This would be a get together start. You'll still have to survive another round of attacks.
Okay, I guess I would try to like jump instead of trying to push through the ants. I want to try and like jump over to Bubba or on top of Bubba's can, and
Yeah.
like maybe that will get the can like over. I don't want to have to.
You're gonna
and
try to
explain.
jump and knock me down. Is
Yeah, I don't want to try to explain.
Drop
I just
kick.
wanna do it.
drop
Okay,
kicking Bubba.
make
Yeah.
a dex roll to land on Bubba.
Okay. fingers crossed, I guess. I wish I had inspiration to use on this, but no.
Another 6.
Ah.
Damn, these 6s are.
We're all gonna die. It's
Sycamore,
fine.
you leap into the air, sail towards Bubba, and Bubba dives forwards to protect Antoinette, grabs Antoinette up, and you've missed, and you plunge down forwards, going landing in a pile of ants who you've crushed
Yep.
at least like a dozen of.
Yep.
The rest
Oh
of the
my
ants crowd
gosh.
around you, and they're
This is how
gonna
I die.
attack you. Cause
Goodbye.
Yep.
Oh
No,
my god.
sick.
I'm
What?
the worst.
Oh
Sycamore!
my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Max damage
How
again.
I die.
Wait, that was a plus
Okay,
4
well,
on
I'm
that.
not dead.
That's a plus 4. That's 8.
That's yeah.
It
Wait,
didn't roll-
that's
It didn't
8?
have the plus 4.
Oh my god.
That's
I'm dead.
so much.
It's fine.
Alexa,
Sick.
I've
You
rolled
have any
max damage
armor?
every time.
No,
This is the first
Alexa,
time.
please
It was
define
before
murder
it was
hobo.
8.
How much
If it
armor
had
do you
been
have?
4, I only have 2 armor. If it had been 4, I would have been okay, but I only had 3 HP left because we didn't like heal.
Oh yeah, we haven't healed yet.
No.
Okay, so you're dead.
Yeah.
It's just, like,
Okay.
ants swarming.
No.
I don't like.
And
I,
like
yeah,
Rix
I just,
is like- Rix
for
is
some
like-
reason didn't get to heal. I don't remember.
It's because we just fought that owl.
Yeah, you just fought
Yep.
the owl. You didn't,
we didn't-
sleep
No,
anything.
no,
you kept
no.
the
When we
trade.
level up, you get full H. Oh no, you
No, you
don't
don't.
get full HP.
You
No,
only
you need
level.
sleep.
Yeah, you get as much
Wait,
as
you
you
didn't-
get for max.
Oh,
Yeah, we
No!
didn't. We didn't take a rest, so.
It's
yeah, I
like
guess we didn't.
Yeah. So Bubba, you see Sycamore go wee, and then stop moving as ants begin to swarm over her, biting.
no. Rix.
Bubba's like, stop, stop, and Bubba's just gonna yell like. Bubba normally like has like a tone where he's just like stop, stop.
Mhm.
Bubba for once actually has like emotion, and he just screams on the top of his lungs for everyone to stop, like stop, and he's just gonna yell.
Make a charisma roll or Constitution. You can pick.
Okay. Well, it
Constitution.
doesn't matter either way, but I think it's
Oh.
more of charisma is what he's going for.
Why can't we
I don't
all
know if
just
I
get
get-
along?
I don't know if I get any
I
bonuses
I
to
will
this.
say you're not going to be able to persuade people out of this at the moment. You have managed to kill about 70 of their ants. So I don't think this is going to be persuaded
But
out
the
of.
but
You
the
might
thing
be able
is,
to stop
Bubba
them
wouldn't want to
temporarily.
hurt the ants. Like
Oh yeah, you
he
might
is
be able to
personally
stop
not
them
going to hurt the ants.
temporarily just by sheer force of you are a very, very large creature.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I get any bonuses. I'm looking if what's the upper hand? I think that's oh, that's the last breath. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I can use anything. So I guess I'll just raw charisma. 9? It's pretty it's higher.
You shout really loudly, and most of the ants around you
Wait,
kind
can
of.
one of the other party members try and help? Make that a full success?
I think the other party members haven't been doing much shouting or anything really. Most of them have started the attacking section. Rix, what
I
are you
think
doing?
everyone has attacked them, so that
Yeah. What was Rix doing? What did Rix do last turn?
Yeah, Rix is probably running over to
He
the
was
big pile
pulling
of
the cape.
ants.
Oh
He was
yeah.
getting the cape, yeah.
I don't
Yes.
think I can help be nice to them at this
Yeah, no,
point.
Rix didn't hurt.
No.
Rix didn't hurt
Rix
any.
hasn't heard any of them.
Nope, I just gently flapped them
Yeah.
away, and I took a couple bites when I did it too.
Do you want to try and help? with
Yeah,
the
you could
zombie?
actually help. The other two
All right.
can't.
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah, I'm dead, and Peck is definitely dead.
Well,
Beck-
but
Beck
the
can't
thing
help.
is that Rix's shout is not even directed at making him stop. It's more so about the fact that Sycamore is being swarmed right now, so he's like,
Oh yeah,
gonna scream out.
you're probably like coming, like trying to rescue.
so he's
Okay.
like, yeah, I would say like at the same time, but it's not quite like a bellow, like a help. It's just like a like on some Peck, like.
Okay, make a charisma roll.
All right, Rix, this is the one time you can do it, bro. You can do it.
Yes.
Okay,
go!
with success,
Yay!
that manages to push
Sycamore!
Bubba over. The ants all around kind of take a few steps back, unsure about how to deal with Bubba. Rix, your sheer speed, which you managed to barrel through to try and get to Sycamore, makes them all think twice, and they do sort of take a step back, unsure about what to do at this stage, since Sycamore's the one who initiated, and Sycamore is down. With that, you managed to get Sycamore. Sycamore seems to be not breathing. There are little bites everywhere. You can see small patches of fur being ripped out and small like gashes in the skin. Bubba,
So a much
you managed
worse
to grab
barber
Antoinette.
job
Antoinette goes,
than I did, right? Like the ants did a much worse haircut or whisker cut than I did. Correct.
yeah,
Like
definitely. Antoinette is now back in your can, Bubba, so you get the full benefits from Antoinette now.
Yeah, Bubba will
Um,
look at Antoinette and be like, I'm sorry.
Antoinette just stays in the can.
Aw.
That brings us to Pecklank. What do you want to do, Pecklank?
I would like to bring Sycamore back to life by setting fire to Sycamore. No.
What?
through the fire and the flame we carry on.
Healing flame.
It's magic. It's fine.
Are we all near Sycamore? And Sycamore's body, rather?
Yeah,
Sycamore
I mean, I'm
kind of
gonna
went
pick up.
past-
Can I
Kind
pick
of.
up?
There's a bunch of ants in between me and her. Or him.
Yeah.
Can I
Sycamore
try to
went
pick up
on, like, a
Sycamore
good
at all, like,
foot.
and go back towards the party, or?
Your action was to get to her, so it'll be next
To
time
get to
you
her.
try and do that.
Got you.
It can I cut off some of the ants towards the party? Are there like,
Like clear a path.
yeah? Can I?
I mean, yeah, you've got
As if-
effectively an area effect weapon, so yeah, you can start killing ants and keeping her.
I actually there's a big old petrol fire behind me, and there's a couple of exploded. Maybe there's a few unexploded acorns there, and I'd like to like guide the fire and maybe cut half the force in half. I divide them.
Okay, you can give it a
With
try.
I mean, you say give it a try, but I'm gonna pyromancer that. Oh, I don't even need to burn twice as bright. I am your flame
Okay.
lord.
The flame begins to gust slightly as a breeze picks up, and the flame goes past Bubba, managing to cut off the entire rear end of the line, which was starting to catch up.
Okay, sorry. I
It'll
had to go
take them a
pee
little
really
while.
bad. What did I miss?
Peckling just cut off
Um,
like half
Peckling
the
just-
enemy force with his pyromancer.
Okay, that makes
There's a
sense.
wall of
By enemy force, Antoinette's family.
Yeah, Peckling,
It's
you
like
did
her
just
extended
kill
family.
about 20 more ants by doing that.
my
And the flame is
gosh.
now extending like another half meter across.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's like, yeah.
Yes.
I'm so
Sycamore,
sad
okay.
right now.
It's like the family
Uh,
tree. The family tree of Bubba just like slowly just.
I would like to, as
Or,
a
Antoinette.
fact, before I died, I had taken the medicine cabinet stuff from the beetle who offered it. So like I have that in my like belongings.
Like your
Um,
pack.
yeah, so now we'll get round to another round. And since Rix is with you, Sycamore, I think this is a good time to do your death
Death
roll.
roll?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's like plus
It's like-
nothing.
Oh,
Plus
please.
nothing.
Sick.
Don't die.
Okay.
Come back. What?
Yeah, he's like pushing on you.
Not again.
PR.
Like-
Oh.
What does that
I'm
Sycamore.
dead. I'm 100% dead. I'm really dead. No.
You manage to
Oh,
have
sick.
but a few last gasps of breath
There's
in your
so
body
much
as you see Rix
need
leaning
to
over
teach
you.
me.
Can she say something? Or he
Nose
say
to nose. You can get a few last gasps of air before
That's
the ant
right.
venom overwhelms your system.
I'm back.
That was
This-
the best haircut.
Oh.
He looks at the gillet and like stabs it into the ground and is just like, I want so much more. This kid, you actually are the greatest. You know, I swear I didn't mean it like that. Like, I'm the greater and you're the greatest. You've taught me so much. Anything, please. You're just sleeping, right?
Did he
It's-
get,
Tell me
Are you-
anything.
magic love?
And he's gonna like
Kill everything. Kill the younglings.
And then it's just gonna
no,
like
that's not even. There's no way to even help with that. A 4 is like you can't
no.
even get that to a partial. You'd have So I'm real dead.
And Rix is just like defeated kind of, and
I'm
we'll do
actually,
like
tearing up.
we'll do the eye. He'll like close the eyes and just like, it's. I mean, if you're gonna leave us, and at least it was in your own house. But and looks over at like Bubba and just at the ants as well, like and is kind of just looking around like with this blank stare into everything. It's the most
It's like those war movies where like someone dies and you're like there holding
yeah,
it,
he's
and
definitely
there's,
holding.
like explosions happening in the background and like ants flying
Everything goes slow
everywhere.
motion. You like cut off the top end of the frequency, so you just get like the bass. Yeah.
And he'll take off his post-it note. One last look and give it like a kiss on the nose, and then just put the post-it note over, so I can just pick the gillet out of the ground, take a deep breath, and
Why are you covering his face?
Pecky's gone. Peck, his
Where'd he go? He's right there. Ants!
spirit. It's nothing.
Just tell him to get up.
I said, Peck, it's not like when I try to wake you up and you don't wake up sometimes, but you actually wake up after a while.
At this point,
Wait,
the ants
wait,
start
some cheese
to
under the
re-surround you, having to manage to get their wits back after that roar. What are you doing, Rex?
He's actually just like emotionlessly like walking towards it, like, towards the party, and is just like holding the gillet in his hand.
Sycamore gets swarmed by ants and starts being eaten.
Yeah, in the background, that is exactly what is happening right now.
Yeah.
Rix, they are somewhat distracted by the food, so Bubba, what are you doing?
So where am I in relation to this? Because am I still surrounded by a bunch of ants?
You are surrounded, but they took a little bit of a time to back off, thanks to your shout, but they're starting to come back now. Rix is walking towards you. He's like 6 inches away. Pecklank's a little bit behind you, gusting the flame, like gesturing, which just happens to be going in the right direction.
Okay, so you guys are coming towards Bubba.
Yeah,
they're
I
within
am
a
at
foot of you.
least.
Okay. Now that I have all the ants' attention, Bubba kind of like looks around and he like is looking around at all of them. Who is leading them? Was it the big beetle?
Yeah, the stag beetle, who you cannot see now.
I can't see the beetle.
No, he left.
Oh,
He's a
okay.
merchant.
Shady, yeah.
I was gonna talk to him. Okay. I look around at all of them, and I like hit the tin can again and kind of look at Antoinette, and then I look around at them and I'm like, we didn't mean to hurt you. I haven't hurt you. I think this was a misunderstanding.
Yep.
I literally want the camera facing Bubba as Bubba says this sincerely, and in the background,
He's
Pecklink is
sincerely
just
saying
killing
this.
dozens of ants with each gesture.
Yeah.
Like in the
Yeah.
Star Lord of the Rings, where he's swinging, there's just like people going. It's like that, with more fire.
It's exactly what Pecklink is doing right now, like full on sour, and like ants just going flying, crisping in midair. Bubba's
like, yeah.
I didn't mean to hurt
Rix
you."
is just like, we have to go.
Whose idea was this?
We have to go. So we have to go. And he's just like gonna look at Bubba and say, I'm sorry. It's we have to go.
But
And
our friend, where's Sycamore?
he's gone. Sometimes you just have to let go.
He's not gone. He's under
Bubba.
your cape, Rix.
Pecklink, give me an attack roll.
Oh God.
Unless you want to use
Would it-
Pyromancer.
Yeah, can I use Pyromancer?
Sure. Yeah, you're still gesturing for the flame to try and cut off more surroundings.
8.
I'm gonna burn twice as bright and turn that to a full success.
Okay.
Nice.
The ants are starting to come around the edge now, this legion of them. Notably, this legion are warrior ants, and you see they are wearing what appears to be like small bits of bark. Some of them are wielding like half pine needles as swords and spears, and they're marching in a phalanx formation, probably about 10, 12 wide and just deep as far as you can see. And suddenly there's a flame, and probably the front 30 or so are just crisped as the flame extends another meter around, which is going to take the time to walk.
Bubba's saying his speech, and he turns around. he's like saying his speech, like slowly looking at all of them and trying to like rally.
You look around, you can hear the screams of dying and burned ants.
And I turn around and I'm like, Bo's face is just horrified. And then Boba turns back around and he's like, I'm not with them.
At which point they just charge you and Rix.
As this happens, can I like try to like knock over Bubba and roll that can in that direction?
Sure.
This is one.
Strength or con roll, whichever you want. You can use con to just
We're going
barge
with,
in, or you can strength.
we're gonna
to
go
push.
with this very just like, Rix is totally not himself and just like looks and thinks like.
I'll give you a +1 for the rage.
It's what Sycamore would want, And
I'll also
It
give
is
you an
what
optional
Sycamore would
+1.
want.
if
and
you
Rix is
take
like, what is it, con? Yeah, +1.
I'll give you +1, and you can have another +1 if you take the tired condition.
I'll do it. I'll take the tired condition as well.
Okay. So you get a +2, but you do become tired.
And he's like, we're getting out of here. And he just like backs up and just.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna make me roll over ants. You are evil.
I
And
mean,
just-
I'm evil. I'm just influenced.
Oh no!
all of his might.
14. Rix, you start pushing Bubba. Bubba, you are very
And I says, I'm
confused,
sorry, Bubba. We have
And you
to
start
go.
going.
And Rix jumps
Rix,
on top of the can and is.
Make me a dex roll of like +3 because that was such a good roll.
So sorry, Bubba.
Crying for my ant friends.
Yeah, you jump on top and start riding Bubba. Bubba, you're going. Underneath Bubba, legion after legion of ants are just being squished, one
my
after the
God,
other. The can goes into the air at some points and lands.
Rix does like a 360, a 420 spin.
Oh,
Oh
no.
god, how much health do you have left, Maggie?
Doing it backwards.
So it's 14 damage. Is that what you said? Or-
No.
Oh, I have a lot of health.
Okay, yeah. So can you make me a Constitution saving throw? So just make me a con roll
Okay.
to determine how much damage you take from knocking into boulders and rocks and lots of ants. A lot of ants.
10.
Yeah, you don't take any damage. Most of it's absorbed by the can and your hardy body. You take 0 damage as you bounce towards the fire. Peglenk, what are you doing as you see Bubba and Rix about to go through the fire?
Are we leaving?
Peg, we're leaving.
Why am I killing these things?
I don't know.
That
I don't
one was
know
named
anything.
Thief.
I have a name list which I will read out at the break. This is the roll call of the dead.
Oh my god.
I named nearly all the ants, in case you asked.
Oh no! Don't! You're gonna make me cry.
There
Oh
was
my God.
Andy,
Already like tearing up.
Andy.
Alex,
Alex.
Adam. Adam was a great
Adam.
guy. He bought everyone drinks. Antonio,
Tony.
Aaron. He was a bit of a ladies' man.
Was it 2 A's? A arrow?
Arthur,
A arrow?
Arthur had
Aaron.
several kids.
The other-
Anthony, Austin. Austin was a dick. Nobody liked Austin. Adrian, Aiden, Alan, Amir, Andre, Alec, Axel, Albert, Alfred, Armando, Anton,
I like that they all start with A.
Me too,
Angelo,
yeah.
Alfredo, Alberto, Archer, Arnold, Alden, Alonzo, and Anders.
And they're all dead now.
Anders is so
I promise that the next character I play won't be a vicious murderer.
So
I think it's important.
you're heading towards the
I'm
fire.
gonna leave with the rest of them.
Okay.
But I'd like to try and keep some distance between us and the ants with fire one more time.
Okay.
Okay, I don't have any way to
Be
cheat
aware
this.
that using the fire so much, you risk running the wrath of the fire gods. It's a normal roll as normal, but the more you use the fire, the bigger the consequences are because there's more fire around.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Woo!
Oh,
Damn!
As you say this, you start gesturing behind you for the fire to cut off the majority of the ants who are now circling around behind you. The wind changes direction. You can feel the flame going with your command. You see the stag beetle, now resplendent in gleaming, segmented metal body armor, and the pincers now have these razor blades on each side. Ah! You will suffer for killing my ants! Andy was a friend of mine! We will... And the fire just goes...
Oh no!
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Okay, so Peckling, are you just chasing after them to go through the fire? Okay, Bubba and Rix. Rix, you're on top of the can, so you'll effectively take, like, no damage. Bubba, you are going straight through the fire.
They see me rolling.
Yep.
Like a tomato can. I got that red sauce.
Hey, I got the sauce. Raw sauce.
Okay, Maggie, you take 7 damage.
So take 2 damage.
Pen 99, because it goes through armor, because it's fire. So you just take 7 damage. Hecklank,
Okay.
as you run through the fire behind, are you going to try and command the fire to go easy on you, or anything, or...
I think I've pushed this a bit too much.
Yeah. Oh, you will take less damage, by the way, because Bubba going over the fire has kind of sputtered it out in places.
Okay.
So you can risk going right through it if you want.
Yeah, I'm just gonna burst through the flames
Okay.
because I've
Through the
always wanted
fire.
to do this.
And the flames.
Through the fire. and the flames.
Okay.
Just please roll odd. How about you roll odd? Please roll odd.
So 5?
Yes. I am going to fight fire with fire. And I reduce that by... Oh, wait a minute. I rolled a d4. Sorry,
Yep.
that didn't do it. D4. Oh, slash a roll on d4.
1. Yeah, the
Dang.
fire sort of starts licking against you. Can you feel your fur starting to burn? But as you command it to move away, the fire begins to coil in on itself, making these small sort of tornadoes or torrents of fire that ripple away from you. As the ants close in behind you, the fire closes up, cutting them off. A good 120, 200 ants have died this day, a stag beetle, a mouse, and you are now headed away at top speed on a rolling Bubba. And that's where we're going to take a
We the
break.
bad guys.
I swear we're the good guys, guys. Please.
We're going to take a break. And we might end up making this episode shorter so I can rewrite some stuff and so that Paige can get a new mouse. I don't know. We'll need to talk about this at the break. So we'll be back. It might be more than 8 minutes. Now we have to decide how we're
Also,
going to
I'm,
handle this.
I'm not going to be here for the second part because I have a flight.
Well, I was
so-
saying that if we cut it short, you might be here because it might be a half hour something. We'll decide.
Okay.
We'll go. We'll be back. Feel free to enjoy some fan art and
My love,
some
mi
dead,
amor, mi
some dead
amor.
ships. I didn't kill this ship. This was not
I
me.
killed the ship. It was
Yeah.
It was you.
Oh my god.
me. 100% it was me. I had
I'm
3
never gonna love again.
Hello, and welcome back to Cheese Quest. We're
You
playing
Cute
a
and
dungeon
wholesome
hack.
adventure.
Yep. So
The
continuing
Dark
on.
Souls of RPG.
You're muted, Bluge. You're muted.
Oh, I said, yeah, it's very cute and very wholesome.
Very cute,
Totally.
very wholesome.
Totally.
The most wholesome.
Yep.
Mhm.
Nothing ever gets lit on fire. Mass
Nope.
genocide doesn't happen.
Yep.
No.
What we're going to do is we're going to continue for 20 minutes until Mag needs to run away, at which point we'll do the character creation for Blue Jay's new character on stream. So you'll get to enjoy that.
Yeah.
So I can rewrite a few
Great.
things, and we can get a new character in, and I can do the things. So
Can we just make Blue Jay's new character the mole?
Oh my gosh, yes, Mike the Mole, or whatever his name was. I don't remember.
Michelangelo Thickwick the Fourth.
Michael.
No, I already have a good idea.
Michelangelo
Okay.
Thickwick the
Here's my
Fourth.
Blue Jay had already. I think you had already. You said you had already known what you'd want to play next,
Yeah.
right? Because like before that, she had already thought about it. I was like, man, I haven't even thought.
Outside is dangerous,
It
okay?
is.
Especially when you're very small and you keep trying to kill things that are very big.
That's true. You were on the verge of death at some point.
I've almost
Through
died.
karma.
Okay, so because we have a limited amount of time, as you go away from the bluff of this very small rise, which is currently smoking, you can still see flames licking around. Smoke fills the air. The screams and cries of the dying can be heard on the wind. Bubba, you
This is so horrifying.
against a tree.
Alexander, no!
Rix, you hit the tree and collapse. You stop moving. Pecklenk, you come to a stop next to them. You have managed to lose your pursuit. The can that Bubba is wearing is covered in soot, in bits of burnt plant matter, and several dead ants.
God. Am I still rolling or have I stopped rolling?
You've just stopped rolling. You just hit a
You
tree.
hit the tree.
Bubba just stays in his can.
Oh.
Like he's just like up against a tree and he's just like so sad. Like he doesn't even get up. He just lays there.
What happened?
You know, Peck, the flame giveth, and the flame taketh
Take
away.
it. Oh, yes.
And Rix is gonna like kind of look around the area, and can I
What's
actually?
that?
Can I look for like a leaf?
Yeah,
will-
there's loads.
Loads of them. All right, so I'm gonna pick off one of the leaves that like fit me right, and I'm gonna use the gillet to cut a part of it in order to fit over my back now.
And as you're doing
And-
that, Bubba's
Oh,
like
you're an
putting his
outside
limbs
mouse
inside
now.
of the can, and he's like bundling up inside the can.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
walk over and put my head into the can. Baba! I'm shouting a bit too loud, even though your head's just like under the surface. It's just really dark in there.
Bubba's like, leave me alone.
What's wrong, Bubba?
No, leave me alone. And then the can starts rocking.
Rix is like shaving R. He's like shaving an initial right now. It's an R. And then you
Bubba
guys-
has his hands around Antoinette inside the can. And they're like crying together.
Aw. Rix is adding a plus sign next to the R that he just shaved into the leaf.
There's like water trickling out from the bottom of the can now.
Oh, because they're crying so much.
Did you
I thought they
pee?
peed themselves.
So sad.
I know I shit myself literally
Yeah,
already. It's not out of the possibility, realm of possibility. So
Rex, why did the ants start attacking us?
Rix is like starting to carve out an S next to the plus sign on the leaf.
Oh.
You know,
No one's talking to me. I have
Rix
fire,
fin-
you know.
Becklink's just trying to get answers, and
Rix,
everyone's like,
Rix finishes the
"Sad."
S on the leaf. And then he lays it down as a blanket and he's like, Peck, I need to sleep, man. I just need to. Do you have any food, Peck? I'm really tired right now. Really tired, Peck.
We gave all our food to the ants, and then we
If
killed
anything,
them. I'm
do you have-
very confused, Rex.
Anything.
Bubba like pushes out an apple from the bottom of the can.
And it's just like, thanks, Baba. I'm just gonna.
But only one. Doesn't give Pecklink one. Pecklink killed
Rix
some of
will
his
eat it.
friends.
Rix will eat it and
We were being attacked.
say thanks, Baba. I'm really sorry. You know, I mean, honestly, it just had to be done. We had to get out of there. You know, like, kind of escalated pretty quickly.
You're talking, and all you hear is like the can hitting like the bottom of the tree root, and it's just like ting. he's rocking in the can.
And then,
Yeah, but why did we attack the ants?
look, Rix is still ignoring Peck. He reaches into the can and then starts to Antoinette, and is just like, and hopes that it's like something good.
Oh
Like,
no!
He does it with like, you know, sincerity at least. He tries
Roll
to.
me a D100.
What is it? D100? What are you doing to me? All right. What do you just do? Roll D100?
Yeah.
D100.
What does 18 mean? Is that bad? Is it bad?
Well, the face that he just made means that it's great, right?
Well, I was thinking like
Right?
100 would be really good and really comforting, and 0
No,
would
it's like
be
golf.
something
Come on, dude.
0 would
18
be something
holes.
like, well, 1 would be something like, you know, I ripped your mother apart and ate her flesh or something. So you rolled an 18.
So like a distant cousin.
Yeah.
But at least the face that Rix is making shows that hopefully
People who
ants
are
can
just
read
tuning in are
expression.
like, who's Antoinette? Antoinette is Fred. We found out that Fred's E and I knew this along, but Fred is actually female. But her wings got burnt off when she got poisoned, and he saved her.
And then his friend killed all her new friends.
Mhm.
So much. Oh, we killed so many.
There's like
goddamn-
340 ants that are dead. That's insane.
I know, right? Oh, can Rix finish it off with like a Wakanda forever, please?
Oh no.
He's trying his best. He's so tired that he probably doesn't. Yeah, he's like out of it completely, and
Rex.
walks away from the can and just collapses on the leaf, this newfound leaf, and he just goes to bed.
Rex.
I'm gonna start kicking Rex.
Pack, I'm so tired. What?
Rex.
What? What? Pack,
I
what?
need to know what happened.
You know,
I need to know what happened.
well,
I was playing with my new parasol. And I came back and there's explosions. And I
Well-
like fire. I like fire. Fire's good, but why?
well,
Why was there fire?
all right. Well, Rix is gonna try to convince Peck that there were termites. So you know there were some termites
Wow,
ahead.
are you trying to make
and-
it so that people don't know that Sycamore is the one? Wow. Because
And
Bubba
he's
doesn't
like-
know that either.
No, so he's like, you know, well,
Bubba thinks it's
there were-
Bubba actually thinks it's Pecklink because it was fire.
100%.
Oh,
It was fire.
okay.
Right?
Yeah, he 100% thinks that Pecklink did it. That's why he's not giving Pecklink any food.
oh, okay. Well, no, Rix is like, yeah, you know, there were those termites, right? You know, that the ants were hiding from, or at least that took the food or the weapon from them, right, Peck? You know that they were talking about. Well, they're very, very stealthy creatures, and they were in the grass, and
They
They ended up-
explode?
yeah, they ended up, you know, shooting from the grass, and Sycamore tried to warn us, you know, to get out of there because ant problems aren't our problems except for when they're Antoinette. But Unfortunately-
why were the ants eating Bubba?
Rix,
they thought that
Rex.
Bubba was a
roll me
termite.
charisma.
yeah.
Peck,
I was like, damn it.
roll me
please.
wisdom.
Do you believe me?
Oh
So that's a 3 to lie.
I
was
can
like,
match
please,
this.
I was
but
like,
can't-
please don't make me roll it. Please don't make me roll it. E. Please don't make me roll it. I was like, he's waiting. I was trying to like keep on going so that he didn't have a chance to ask.
I
me.
was waiting to just dig yourself in a little bit.
Oh my god.
Um,
Oh shit.
Yeah, Peclank, you're not sure exactly what the truth is, but whatever Rix is telling you was rat droppings.
Yeah, Rix is so tired right now. He's probably not even like putting his sentences together correctly.
would you say you're feeling a bit weak?
Very.
I'm gonna lean in with the fire burning in my eyes, and I'm gonna moss to the flame.
Oh.
Damn. I can only distract or confuse them.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
kind of
Rix
distracted
is
and
reality,
confused
so-
already. So Rix's words just get unintelligible and broken.
Second.
There's less information in sentences, not really what you're aiming for.
You got
Why
it?
are you lying, Rex?
What? No, I want to lie down, but you woke me up.
No,
Heck.
with words. Why,
You know-
why are you lying with words?
With what? You know, I honestly, Rix, or Peck,
No,
he's
you're Rix.
saying he's calling himself like, I really need to sleep. I don't know what I feel or think right now, Peck. I just, and then just like, I'm gonna try to like go back to sleep.
As you go to sleep, a dark cloud falls over Peckling's head.
You will not lie to me, Rix. What did actually happen, though? It's very confusing. Ooh, parasol.
I guess I'll keep watching as everyone else is crying themselves to sleep or just passed out
Okay,
from all the terrible lying.
roll me
Yo.
whiz.
Yeah. Oh, we have to roll con, right?
Roll whiz first for the night. Just so I know how it goes.
Just Peachy, right?
Just Peachy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Lord. He has good wisdom, though.
Yeah, it's
But-
partial though.
Okay. Yeah, you can all roll con if you eat. Pecklink, do you have any food?
Yeah, I've still got some food left.
Okay.
Yeah, I did eat already. 7. Does that mean I don't get?
You get one. You get one
I
thing,
get one
dude.
roll.
But these are con rolls?
Con rolls, yep.
Can I burn some of this
I get one
weed
d6.
we got?
Right?
Actually, you don't need food because you all ate food during the day when you got the apple initially. You all said, I'm going to eat food. I
Oh,
believe.
I've still got some of this Mosuana left. That you said it gave us, I think it was +1 to con, or maybe +2 for helping us sleep.
Oh, yeah, you get +1 to the roll.
But it's all gone now.
Okay.
I'll only get rid of tired, I think, here. With that
you
4?
fail, so
I don't even get anything?
you don't get anything. Your dreams are just
Oh.
racked with images of Sycamore being dragged down and devoured by a horde of ants, leaving nothing behind.
Oh my gosh, that's horrible.
Ooh.
That's my nap.
Ooh.
Okay. So it's a 9 with the +1?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you get to pick one thing off the list.
I'm gonna roll a d6 for health.
Only a d6?
Is that not what it is?
If you're not tired or hungry or sick, you can roll
You
more
can
than
do
that.
two.
You can roll 2d6.
Oh, it's 2, is it?
Or 2d6 if you don't have tired, hungry, or sick.
Oh, do I get to roll 2d6 then too?
Do you have tired, hungry, or sick?
No,
Then you get to roll 2d6.
I thought it was 1d6. Okay. Oops.
I just realized I didn't take the thing from the medicine cabinet, did I?
You
I
probably
thought you
would have
took everything
stayed there
off.
Did I?
longer. No, if you'd have stripped Sycamore of stuff, you'd have spent longer there, and ants would have had more chance to attack you.
Okay.
So
Mm.
it was probably the right decision.
Mm-hmm.
One more hit point.
1 more HP. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
I need it so bad.
Kidding.
What is
Yeah.
that?
Okay. So with that, Pecklink, on watch. Make me a perception roll. Whiz.
Thanks. Ooh.
You
Partial.
turn around just in time to see a small bundle of greyish creatures at the back of Bubba's can, pulling out one of the lumps of apple. As you get-
What are you doing? Oi!
They turn around. There are 3 termites.
Termites! This is a termites!
Okay, you all wake up. The termites are there with this bit of apple, and they're going to try and scurry for it. What are you doing? Pecklink to start with, because you're closest.
I'd like to point and stammer.
Aren't
at
I
them.
closest? Because it's
Well,
like.
you just
in
woken
my
up.
can?
I mean,
Okay.
like, you're most awake.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Do they need to
Okay.
roll to be alert? Isn't that a thing?
Yeah, you got partial, so people are aware and so on when it happens, which means that you caught them when they were trying to steal the very first bit. Bubba, you wake up. Pecklink stammering something and pointing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up and look at what's happening.
There are
and
3
then,
termites holding a bit of apple aloft.
Bubba's gonna be like, I don't have time to deal with this. Drop the apple.
Make a charisma roll.
Otherwise, Bubba's gonna smash their faces in. If
Yeah,
Oh,
you can make a
wait.
strength roll if you want, actually. You're
Is it-
intimidating them.
is it Herculean appetites? Because it's
It's
like my
food,
food.
yeah. You can make a strength
Okay.
roll with
Okay.
that.
All right. 9.
I believe you rolled 2d6, not 1d6 plus 1d8. So you can roll again.
I hit the button.
It might not have updated. It was 2d6 when
Let
it
me try
rolled, so
one more
you...
time, and if it doesn't, I'll just manually roll it.
I didn't
just not doing
manually roll it.
Yeah. Just hard to do on a tablet.
I can do it if you want.
Yeah, if you can.
Okay, so
Like, I'm
it's
using this tiny tablet, guys.
1d8
good.
plus 1d6 plus 3.
Yeah, I have a 3 strength.
10.
10.
Yeah, they go. They run away. They leave the
Bubba
bit of food.
takes the apple, puts it back into his can,
Okay.
and curls back up in a ball.
The rest of the night goes without incident. And because Maggie needs to go get a plane, what we're going to do
Yeah, I gotta
is
get on a
we're
plane.
going to go and do some character creation.
Oh, I'm so excited to see what you
Woo, wait.
do.
I have some
What are you
Yeah,
ideas.
thinking
before we
about
get
making?
Rick's
Just
is
so
just
I
like
know.
I'll let Peck know the truth by accident. By like Rick wakes up and he's just like, "Oh Peck, oh man, you never guessed this dream I had. You know, like we met this huge colony of ants, and then Sycamore like shot a thing through your lighter and blew up all the. And then where's Sick anyway? Like, is he around? Yeah,
Sycamore's dead. What?
huh? Huh?
I'm
No, it
like
was a dream. Like,
flabbergasted.
yeah, it was a yeah, you know, like I always tell you my dreams when I wake up, right, Peck? Like, you know, it's just. But where is Sick though? What's
Sycamore's dead.
Oh, he's in denial.
huh?
He's in the stage of denial.
What do you? No,
Dead. Yes.
like. D-E-D?
Rix, sit down. Sit down. 1,000 ants ate his face.
Backleg.
And Rex just like looks up.
You
And
just
then
hear.
we'll see
you
you
just
next
hear
week.
Sobbing.
We'll see you next week.
You just hear sobbing in the background and a can rocking back and forth again, and it's just slowly tinking on the root again. Because Bubba's not getting up. He's just gonna sleep like another day.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that's a very good spot to end our episode of
Yeah.
Cheese Quest, the fun and wholesome
my
experience
God.
So
for the
wholesome.
family. Woo!
Bubba, Pecklink, and Rix, you can all have a forward for that RP of dealing with the situation and the death of a friend.
Oh my god.
Bubba also
right.
hears Rex's confession. Yeah, that happened.
Do it, but is Bubba smart enough to figure out that like that's true? Would that be like an int?
Make a wisdom roll. I think it's more
Wisdom,
sort of sorting things.
So I kind of think that.
You think there's some truth to it. You're not sure about exactly what happened. Do you think there's some truth to something about Sycamore, and maybe something
Okay,
that
so
Rix is
maybe I don't
worried
think
or
it's-
concerned about or covering up?
Maybe I don't think
Mm-hmm.
it's Pecklink.
It's not entirely Pecklink.
Pecklink seems
not
somewhat
entirely.
confused, and Pecklink seems equally like concerned about what happened, doesn't he? To know.
Mhm. Okay.
I
Maybe
still
Bubba
did
won't.
commit gen anticide.
Yeah, for sure. Bubba's pretty bad at you.
Yep.
To survive.
Okay. So we're gonna quickly go to a hold screen just so I can set up the cameras for only having 4 of us, not 5.
Yeah.
So wave goodbye
Now
to
you
Maggie.
catch that cab, you'll get to the plane.
Kushina's
Yeah,
getting
Getting
a
on a
plane.
shuttle, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing this while you were on a trip.
No
That's-
problem.
Twice,
This was
yeah.
this episode was amazing.
This
Oh.
episode is crazy, yo.
This
like,
was so
damn!
good. Oh my god, I'm so sorry that Sycamore died, but this was like so
No, I'm-
freaking epic. That was
I've
like an
never felt
epic
this
character
way.
death too.
So here
I've
are
never
a list
felt this
of
way.
ant names and magical items, and all of these
Oh.
are dead or burned. So I'm just gonna put those notes away.
Yep. Or lightly shaken. Come on, come on now.
No, those burned. They all burned. The forest was on fire. It's fine.
Yeah.
So thank you guys. This was, and to all of you guys, I won't be able to be in the outro, but thank you guys for watching, because this has been Cheese Quest is. I'm gonna be very sad when it's over, because this has been really amazing.
It really has been, yeah.
Oh dear.
I never thought playing a little mouse would be the most fun, but it.
I
really
never
the
thought
most-
this cuteness would be quite so dank. I'm gonna
Yeah,
be
I was not expecting. E and I stayed up one night and we came up with the concept, and we were like, "Oh, let's just do a really cute show."
Wholesome.
Wholesome
Very wholesome
show.
for the family.
I'm sorry.
No, nothing's gonna die when you defeat stuff. It'd be like you scare it away,
Yeah,
or you
anything
like
bigger than you just gets scared away. Small things maybe, but it's gonna be like really cute. Like no, there's gonna be like no blood or anything, and then fire.
This has just been the opposite. It has been the opposite of what we were planning, but I think it's been fantastic. So
Yeah.
There's a friend. Kill
I
it.
mean, but that's the only thing though that's been like different because this episode went exactly how EE probably wrote it, right? Like that's
100%.
He's like,
I
yeah,
don't
you
think
know,
so. I
just
think
about.
Let me see. They're
I
going.
don't
They're
think
going
so.
to meet several hundred ants immediately after a major fight. They're all really low on health, and the ants are happy to trade and have got a quest for them that gives them some magical items. Yeah, they won't be stupid enough to attack them.
I love how we just
You
accepted
were
the quest.
overcharging for that cheese. Okay.
I was undercharging. Cheese is 7 food.
oh, it's
That
so
was
good.
too expensive. Okay.
Do the termites really want to mess with us after we saw what we did to the ants? Like I thought that would be friendly. Like what the hell?
Well, we're gonna go get all those magic items, though. I feel like.
It is still there. It is still there.
Yeah.
The termites still have it.
true. Okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
Max, go catch
Go.
your.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're gonna hold screen. We'll be back in a minute.
Bye.
There we go. We are back online. Hello, everybody. Right. So, due to impromptu almost TPK, we're going to do some character creation. Bluge, what are you thinking about?
Okay, so I was thinking of doing a very cute and very wholesome character.
Sorry. I've got this thing. My allergies play up. I'm allergic to bullshit.
Oh, I'm so sorry. The way that you guys actually, I don't know if the people on Patreon gotten to see your little hack?
I've given it to Bentham. I don't know if it's gone up or not. Bentham's in chat. Bentham, have you put the rules up yet?
Because we're gonna be referring to those for the character creation. And like Dungeon World has like regular human kind of classes, but EE made some little mousy type classes. So I think I'm gonna be a pygmy shrew. So that's -1 strength. Let me just -1 strength. I have to put it to 8. Here we go. Yeah, -1 strength, 2 dex. What would that be? 13? No, 14? I have to like just guess. No, 15? Oh my god, I'm so dexterous. 16? Yes.
Okay.
-1 constitution, so I'm a little tiny because the pygmy shrew is like really small. It's the only one with the tag tiny.
Wow.
Yeah.
Out of all
Yeah.
them? Ah.
Yeah. My wisdom is also 2.
Pygmy shrews are the second smallest mammal in the UK. The smallest being a type of bat.
And then my charisma is, gosh, this is okay. I got it. So strength -1, dexterity 2, con -1, intelligence 0, wisdom 2, and charisma 1. I have bright vision, which means I can see during the daytime. I am tiny, which means that I'm small even for a mouse. My damage die decreases 1 size, but I get a +1 to all attempts to not be noticed because I'm really little. And then I also have outsider because I'm not actually a mouse.
You are a shrew.
I'm a shrew.
Sure.
So I'll have to figure out with the damage die and stuff. But then I was gonna go for class wise. I think I'm gonna be a thief because I was thinking like really, really small and trying to do more of hiding from predators as opposed to like attacking predators. I'm trying to do something a little different than last time. We'll see how it goes. Maybe. You've got a lot of stuff for thieves. What level am I gonna be starting at?
What guys level you at the moment, guys?
Level 5.
If we gain a level here, right?
You'll gain levels, so it's level 6 for everyone. Also, Pecklenk and Rix, if you want to do your level ups, you do become that lovely level where you get access to your 6 to 10s.
This level is sick. Yo, this level is amazing, by the way, guys, because you get like all the good stuff and some of the
I might get some
tier 2
fire-related things. What do you reckon?
Really? I feel like you maybe done that before.
So level 6, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So for level 1, the thief gets trap expert, which is you can ask if there's traps places. That's pretty thief-like. Tricks of the trade, which means that you can be a thief. You'll
Pretty
pick
much.
targets, disable traps. Backstab, which is
amazing.
It's similar to the called shot for the ranger, but the creature has to be surprised or defenseless. So that's like you have to get into a situation that's really specific. And then flexible morals. When someone tries to get the measure of you and you roll plus charisma, you may roll an additional d6 and remove the lowest. So I can basically fool people. And then I think that Tembo, you picked poisoner, but I'm gonna go ahead and go with critical strike.
Okay. Remember, there are other poisons too, like not just the one that I have.
Yeah, but whenever you roll doubles on an attack roll, you can roll your damage twice and pick the highest, or get +2 forward against them for your next attack.
Real quick, I wanted to ask EE when, like, What are doubles? You know what I mean? Like, if my damage roll is a
Is this like
One-
4 and a 4 or 1 and a 1?
yeah, I mean, I know what I know what doubles are, but I mean, like,
Yeah.
what would be a situation where I roll doubles? Do you have to be like dual wielding? Is there like a
Oh no, it just
Oh.
when you roll those 2d6, both of them are 4s, both of them are 2s, both of them are 1s. Yeah, we're on the pause screen.
But when do you roll?
I'm just trying to make something work
Exactly.
right now, and it's failing. For some
Oh,
reason, I
no.
can't catch Microsoft Word because I'm trying to get the rules on
Ooh.
the screen.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess I wanted to ask. I should have asked.
Well, the rules will be available for patrons.
At some
Yep.
point, depending on when.
So you just have to sign up for the Patreon. Is it
Shit.
any level?
Oh,
I think it's GM. It might be player as well. I think it'll be player.
Okay.
Player tier and above. But I can show parts of the rules if I can find out how it can do a window capture. Just capture my window. Sure. Rules.
Okay. I'm just gonna, cause I'm tiny, I get size 1 and have a -1 load. And so as a thief, let me just I'm just gonna read this out for everybody because they can't see it yet. As a thief, my load would be 8 plus my strength, which is -1. So my load is 6 because I get 2 -1s. I cannot carry very much. I'm very little. And then my damage would be a 1d8, but it's a 1d6 because I'm so small. And my health is 6 plus my constitution score plus my level. So 5 plus my level is 11. I have 11 health, 11 hit points.
You're totally not going to die.
Totally not gonna die. 100%.
I mean, look at
not
me.
gonna Die.
I made it
Oh,
this
hey,
far.
look, there we got it. Window
Yeah.
captured. He did it.
Beautiful.
I ended up just doing display capture. Like, that's my entire screen.
Oh, well, there you
I don't
go.
know why. Apparently Microsoft Word just can't be captured.
Huh.
Weird.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't realize it was a 2d6 on my regular roll. I always for some reason.
So that was like a 1d12 or something.
I don't know what I thought it was. I was like, yeah,
I like 2d6 because it uses that bell curve distribution, which is nice.
it's really cool. Yeah, I think that was like one of the reasons. Okay, that's so sick.
And then, okay, so I've got my HP to start, my damage to start. I have my stats. We have our starting moves, and then there's a bunch of you get a single move every level up, or like a
yes.
stat increase.
Yep.
So I'm starting at level 1. At level 2, we would be. I have critical strike already.
Mhm.
I think I'm gonna grab cheap shot. So that would be when I'm using a precise or hand weapon, I'm gonna probably try and pick up some dagger sort of things. My backstab will deal extra damage. So that's cheap shot. And then poisons. I think I'm gonna do quick reflexes. So you're never caught by surprise. When an enemy would get the drop on you, you get to act first instead. So that's like basically gonna be to hide every single time, probably.
Okay.
And then probably gonna do probably gonna do a stat increase and HP increase. That's level 5, I think. And then on level 6, I get one of the 6+ ones. And I think I will get strong arm, true aim. No, I'm not gonna do that. That's throwing a weapon. I'm not gonna throw the weapon. I think instead. Ooh, there's so many cool things.
There's so many, yeah.
I think I'm gonna do extremely serious. No, what is it? Where is it?
I'm glad
Serious
you like all the
underdog?
things that I've added and mashed together because I
They're
was
so
trying to give
good.
a lot of variety to
Dude,
the classes, so you had some options.
I've been waiting for level 6, bro. Like,
Okay, I don't have underdog, so I can't do serious underdog. Maybe escape route. Yeah, I'm gonna do escape route. When you're in too deep and need a way out, name your escape route and roll plus dex.
Guys, I'm surrounded by ants.
I'm just gone. Okay, so now I need to buy. I'll copy pasta all these into the character sheet. But now I get to buy weapons. I don't get anything to start, right?
You have like what?
You
a
start
certain
with
amount of-
15 cost, wasn't it?
I think. Let me bring up the pin, but
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
like trying to make another Rick's love interest? Like, what's going on here?
I'm just making someone who's gonna hide instead of attack. That's
Yeah,
that's
it's gonna
what
be
I
like a
wanted.
cute girly mouse who hides with Ricks, and it's gonna be great.
You know, like this is like right up.
Let's see.
I'm Rex. Did I ever tell you about my bromance?
Where's
Too
the,
soon. Too soon, Peachy.
Where is the amount that we get to start with?
It's an append one here. I believe it is 15, but I'm just.
EE. Bentham said he can post them now.
Yeah, 15. Max
You
total
can
cost
check.
of 15, by the way.
I've just asked him what
Okay.
the version number is in chat. Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, cool. So I get 15 mouse monies to buy things. Can I get like a fine? That's weight 2. A fine rapier.
That's like high class right there.
I know. I'm a
If it's,
classy
if it's
lady.
inside the cost, you can get it. Anything inside
Yep.
the cost, you can buy.
Okay, so fine rapier is 10 cost, and that is close, 1 piercing, finesse. So that uses my dex.
Yep.
Its value is 10, quantity 1, weight 2, and these are gonna go up on the Patreon right now, says Bentham.
In theory, once he checks the version number, he should have
And
access to
then-
like the latest version anyway.
I have 5 more costs left, so I'm gonna go with light armor. Light armor. And that is worn. It's equipped armor, and it's 1 armor, I think.
Yep.
Yes.
Its value is
2.
2, and its weight is 1. And then I have 3 more load and 3 more
Food.
probably just food.
Alternatively, maybe you're out of food. Maybe that's your reason for joining the party.
Oh yeah, that would make sense. I have
What costs 3?
um,
Arrows? Two-handed
we're not-
weapon?
You haven't used the granules at all.
You could have 3
maybe
daggers
I
that you can throw.
Okay, yeah, I'll take 3 throwing daggers. Are the daggers just 1?
Yeah, they're 1 each.
Okay, then
Something
I'll take,
fireproof.
I'll take 3 daggers.
Something fireproof.
I just have a bunch of weapons. Is all I have.
You know, I know you like your coffee. You could have caffeine. The brown granule is literally 3 cost, and it removes the tired condition for a scene.
I should have known.
I don't think that like if I was an indoor mouse, maybe. But I think I'm more likely. I think it's a good idea that I introduced to the group as like I'm out of food and I've been like trying to follow you to do the same thing that the termites were trying to do.
Okay.
Just steal some food, probably. If I was
Why would people ever mess with us?
You throw acorns at people? Like
Okay, so
Oh, dear.
value 1, quantity 3, weight 1, weapon, damage. I don't know. It's fine. Okay, so I have full load. I've spent all my money,
Let's go
And I
find the
have-
daggers.
my look, and my
Yeah.
name.
Can we get a KDR as well?
Kill death ratio.
So we got 2 deaths.
We've killed so
we
many.
don't know. We don't know if Miss Marvel is actually dead.
Well, I mean, Sycamore did die once and then made a deal with.
Oh.
Mhm.
No, she didn't make a deal with death. She rolled so well she didn't need to make a deal with the death.
Oh, okay.
The 10 plus, you don't need to make a deal. The Grim Squeaker was trying to like reach out with the scythe, and then she was just like, boop, she's back. This time, the Grim Squeaker came along and, yep.
He squeaked. For real.
Not today.
Not today.
Yeah, I was thinking about Tinkerer, but I was just like, it's probably more likely to be something a little bit more generic in terms of like outdoor mouse. Tinkerer seems more like an indoor mouse sort of deal.
It can be. It can also be a mouse that scavenges, like a mouse that just scavenges around the edge of human society and buildings and so on.
Yeah, but I like the idea that I have in my head. So and then I need a look and a name and to copy paste the moves that I chose, but I think that's something that I can just do.
Okay.
So can I, and maybe instead of having 3 daggers, would you allow me to have a pink ribbon?
You can just like have that for free.
Okay. I just didn't know if I could just like say I have that. That's my one thing. She's this so tiny. She's the smallest possible size mouse.
Like, that big.
And she has a little pink ribbon. Which she probably like because it's so big on her. It's probably her like armor. You know, because it's only light armor.
Yeah.
And it's got like a little bow on the back. She's basically like a little mouse with a pink ribbon tied around it. And in the ribbon is her daggers and like her rapier. And yeah.
She was meant to be a gift for like Felicia.
She's a little pygmy.
I never made it to the house.
Her name is what's something cute? Like a flower. Because she looks like the ribbon is actually a disguise to make her look like a flower. And it's
Daisy.
Okay, this is pretty
not
wholesome.
Daisy.
Very wholesome, guys. This is the most wholesome part of the show.
I told
This is
you.
the most wholesome part.
Yeah, but she says
Of
this
Chief
now.
Quest.
In a few minutes' time, it'll be so Daisy meets the party, and you guys are food. How much food is a mousey? Like maybe like 6 or 8 rations.
I think
Can I kill
peony
Pegling?
a type of flower?
She actually like tortures people. Like,
Yeah,
puts, like,
peony.
puts
Her
their heads in
Peonies,
their
yeah.
butt. It could be Tallulah.
Nah, it's peony.
Dandelion.
You ever watch Cool Runnings?
Who
Don
hasn't
Candy.
watched Cool
Oh.
Runnings?
Beautiful.
Okay, cool. Built a character. Done it. She is a pygmy shrew thief named Peony. She wears a pink ribbon to disguise herself as a peony. And she's really small. I told you, wholesome. I'm doing it.
Well,
Yeah,
it seems to be that way. I also think I know what Peglink has picked. I think I know the move. Because I wrote that move. I altered it.
Would you like me to say it? Is BJ done yet?
Yeah, I'm done.
So I've leveled up. I've given myself an extra HP. Now level 6. I have picked Watch the World Burn.
Oh, I mean, I'm so surprised, man. What would ever drive you to pick that one? Peck, can you explain it to us, please?
You wait to see what happens with it. When you unleash the flames without heed and call a firestorm, tell the GM that you're sacrificing to the fire. Oh, what you're sacrificing to the fire, and roll plus whiz. You shoot out gouts of fire like rain covering an area about equal to a small room.
I totally thought that Watch the World Burn was the actual viewer experience, but move.
Everyone and everything in the area takes damage.
Hot damn. No pun intended.
Now, if I roll a 10, I can extinguish the storm afterwards with little effort. If I only get a partial success, the fires rage out of control, spreading and gusting where they are carried by wind and weather. And if I fail on a miss, something cruel, intelligent, and hungry comes with the storm.
It's almost verbatim lifted from the default one, but adjusted for mouse size.
I mean, a room is a lot of space for a mouse.
I mean, especially when you're in Sycamore's house, it's pretty big.
The entire forest. Oh man, there's a lot of good stuff for the fire starter at this sort of level.
So yeah, I was looking at taking that one that reduces my damage to fire, but I mean, you dangle that juicy dangler.
Yep.
That is such a me move. Like, only with a perfect success will nothing go wrong. It has to be perfect.
Oh, you never picked Sick Burn either. I like Sick Burn.
I did like Sick Burn, but you gave me the opportunity to set basically 4 football pitches worth of space to a mouse on fire with gouts of flame.
Yep, that's fair.
So that'll be fun. That'll be nice.
Yeah,
Maggie's really gonna regret everything here.
Yeah.
Wholesome.
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 Very, very wholesome.
Wholesome.
Very, very.
Charged,
Fun for
but whole. So, Rix, what did you go for?
Rix. Oh man, I've been waiting for this level 2, but well, level 6, I should say. But I wanted to get Dirty Fighter, but I'm thinking I might switch it up and get Disguise, because I have an idea. Yeah, I think Disguise is when you have time and materials, you can create a disguise that will fool anyone or any mouse into thinking you're another creature of about the same size and shape. Your actions can give you away, but your appearance won't. So, might have a little fun with that.
Okay, going for the RP rather than the flat extra damage.
Because, yeah, like at first I was thinking about it, but then I thought about the damage I already did with the original. And I mean, I want to be balanced, right? You know, like I'm not a balanced designer or anything like that. But, hot damn, you want to give me that power, EE, but I will say no. I refuse the power because you know what? Rix is only the greater now, not the greatest, and he must live up to being able to reach a certain point, but just not quite there yet.
Rix the Widower.
Yep.
I can also announce that the rules, the very, very early alpha rules for Cheese Quest are available to everyone in the party tier or above on Patreon right now. There we go. Thank you, Bentham.
It's really well done too, yeah. Like this was one of the most excited that I was when I was creating a character.
Yeah, it's really.
If you're not a Patreon, you could become one right now and get access to all this goodness.
Yeah, you did like pretty good job. It makes it feel very like mousy, and there's nothing too like. I mean, Firestarter is a little magic, but like nothing too magic. To
I wanted the idea
that
the Firestarter sees the fire as being magic, but actually it's just like fire. Like,
yeah,
mostly just seeing into it what they think they see.
Now I have 4 football pitches of gouts of fire. I'm not sure how you're gonna. Not entirely sure how you. I wait with bated breath.
Have you ever detonated a lighter?
No, I haven't.
Don't give him ideas.
No,
I have.
Don't give him
I'm expecting episode 6.
Oh God.
Well, it was good while it lasted. I tried to bring it back to the wholesome, but you know.
But you let the cat out of the bag.
Yep.
Or the mouse out of the bag. Oh God.
Dude, this one here though, I think this is one of the most interesting ones. It was like Alchemist, which like it like replaces Refiner. So I was wondering a lot of like I'm like, why would I take this when I can get that? But there's like tiers almost, right? So when you hit level 6, you get like that like tier 3. And Refiner is one of the cooler ones where like you get to describe a poison. The Alchemist one, right? Like when you have time to gather materials and a safe place to brew, you create 3 doses of a poison you've used before, or alternatively, you can describe the effects of a poison you'd like to create, and then the GM guy will tell you that you can create it, but with like a caveat. How do you say that word? Caveat. Caveat. Catveat.
I like the fact you said it with the English accent. I said it in as well. Everyone's
that's the cool
circumstances.
thing, yeah.
The
It
best
either
you
works
can
or
manage
it
is a weaker version. It'll take a while to take effect. It'll have obvious side
Obvious side
effects. Okay.
Yeah, I thought that was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I
But-
like the fact you can go like fully down the poisoner route, or you can go down a few other routes with Thief.
So many different routes, yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
it's just that the vanilla Dungeon World did very stick to the archetypes of fantasy, and I was like, I can't see my sticking to the archetypes of the fantasy roles, and also I have to write out magic, so this is going to be interesting to rewrite the rules. So you can have this and this and this. The most hodgepodge one is the Tinkerer, which is a very bizarre class because it's trying to keep this sort of pseudo magical stuff and also a weird like self-buffing technology standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Thief was easier.
Yeah, no, it's been fun. I gotta copy you.
Yeah, I like it. So that's how quick and easy it is to build a character if you guys were wanting to play your own Cheese Quest game. Sorry that I died and Magus had to leave and we couldn't continue.
I like
but
the
we'll-
way you said
Matt
that.
could-
I'm sorry I died and Mac had to leave. It's like, yeah, your death really ripped her up inside. She just couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah.
She's like, I gotta get the hell out of
Yeah.
here.
I mean, it's true though. It's true.
Nah.
She was real brokenhearted.
Oh, we can't confirm that. You have to be GM tier on Patreon to find that out.
Yeah, then you can find out the picture of Mags's ripped out and torn and broken heart posted for you all to see. With
You wanna
ants
see-
eating it.
Gross.
Rip.
All right, cool. We did it.
There you go. So we'll probably go to an after show now as well, and we'll talk more about the broken up romance between Rix and Sycamore and how that's going to affect people moving on, and whether the team can ever truly trust again. So we're going to go do that.
Goodbye, my friend. I will never love again.
Before we go, you can catch Maggie over at twitch.tv/Margaret Crone, where she streams a lot, and on Twitter, where she goes to places called St. Jude's, owned by like a load of people called Jude. There's like 12 of them. They're all called Jude.
There's 12 of them.
12 guys called Jude. That sounds like a band. 12 guys called Jude. But yeah, you can catch her over there. Bluge, where can we find you when you're not dying and getting eaten by ants?
Well, I certainly hope I'm not getting eaten by ants. I don't like ants. Probably why I murdered them all. But you can find me most days on twitch.tv/BlueJay or on Twitter at BlueJay_712. I've recently started doing the YouTube, which I'm pretty excited about. Very proud of myself for not procrastinating for longer than 4 years. You know, you got to draw the line somewhere. And I do a couple other role-playing shows every week, so you can find those on my Twitter. I will talk about them when they happen because that's what you do when you're a broadcaster.
There we go. Keep an eye on all the things because YouTube never tells you anyway. Tempo, what about you?
Yeah, guys. Yeah, you can catch me. I be streaming twitch.tv/temp0 and also on Twitter at Team Temp0, Team Tempo, and Instagram as well. Yo, hit me up on that Instagram, yo. You know, and Legend Tier get their DM slipped into, so now I don't have any like anything, but
Let's
I'm
just
just
say that Sycamore never got his DM slipped into.
too soon, too soon, bro. Like, come on, dude. Like, come on. I'm a broken man. But yeah. Basically, I stream a lot. I've been doing a lot of StarCraft streaming and like educational stuff with it, but also I've been diving into some Vermintide, Nier Automata. I'm still finishing, and anything that people throw at me, yo, I'm down to try out new games and whatnot too. So definitely come down. Always a fun, wholesome experience.
Wholesome.
Extremely wholesome.
Extremely wholesome. Wholesome.
Peachy.
Hey guys, I like fire. And if you come over to twitch.tv/Peachy Pixelate, I'm pretty lit. Wrote that one myself. Yeah, thanks. Follow me on Twitter at Peachy Pixelate. I'm trying to hit 4K, and it'd be real nice if you could help with
Yeah,
that.
mate, your resolution's never going to hit 4K.
You know where I run, right?
No, I know what your bandwidth is, mate.
Oh right, yeah. No, we ain't hitting that. Actually, I'm on 1080 now. So
Oh, that's sweet.
correct.
Nice.
Correct. Yeah, I stream like every day apart from Tuesdays, and I'm loud and annoying. It's great. I
Can
love it.
confirm.
I love me. I just love me so much.
I mean, you're also Welsh.
Hey! I am also Welsh, so I got that going against me. God damn. How about you, E? Got any Welsh on you? Do you want some?
Well, I'm Enter Elysium. You can catch me over at twitch.tv/Enter Elysium and also youtube.com/Enter Elysium. And I tend to record several times a day and do all kinds of videos. Right now, I'm recording and putting up lots of videos based on Frostpunk, which is a lot of fun, and also doing stuff based on Battletech. Battletech is also really fun. You get to play as mechs and run around and beat other mechs up. Also, you can catch me on twitch.tv/Enter Elysium, where I'm streaming quite a few different things. Tends to be varied. Thursdays nights and also afternoons on Saturdays, playing some games. Hopefully, in future, get to play Vermintide again, because Vermintide was a lot of fun. And yeah, you can also catch me at Twitter and on Instagram, where I go by Enter Elysium and Enter Elysium OIT. Right, so with that, we have one tip today, which is Ponu 7. $5. The Zergrush claims the party.
well memed. That hits me right here, yo. Right here.
I mean,
that's my heart.
It hits Sycamore here and here and here and here and here and here and here.
Yeah, you can.
Here,
yep, and we're
here,
out. See you
and
guys later.
And here,
May the dice roll ever in your
and here,
favor.
and here, and
What
here,
about?
and here.